EQ is on the wrong thingamabobs. That's the scientific term. Oh, you know what? I didn't add the stream key for Facebook. Let's see if we can add it. There we go. Connecting. Oh man, the Monkey Island music ended. There we go. I think I want that as like the beginning song for everything. I'm gonna play that again. Love that Monkey Island intro music. Alright, let me get my dashboard stuff up. What's up, Thomas? Thank you for liking the stream. AMC to the moon! Let's go! Everyone go to the theaters. Buy your popcorn. I don't even know this, but if you got AMC stocks, like what? They'll give you like free popcorn, right? If you're a part of like the Stubbs Club or something like that. What's up, Curtis? How you doing? What's up, Dalton? Kojima says finally back to the cons. Maybe, perhaps, we're gonna talk about that. So tag somebody that you know that wants to go out and do stuff with people that's legal. And we'll get to talking about all these cons and events and get-togethers and sing-alongs and scallywags and doo-wops and all that kinds of stuff. Thomas, do you have any AMC stock? I messed up. My hands turned to paper. I got a few shares left, but not a lot. Dalton, how are you doing? Well, I hope. Don't worry, you're on my list, Dalton, for the next again Patreon drop. Thomas, I still have your stuff. I just haven't been able to drive over around your neighborhood. The illegal stuff, that's when Rob takes over the stream. The illegal stuff is what I did to my nose. Like, I tried to pop like this zit here, and I just like pushed the hell out of it. And now it's like, the effects are long lasting right now. Thomas, nope, the AMC stock. Because why would anybody have AMC stock? You've all been watching stuff inside. Movies are reducing to a great degree. They were already falling off before COVID. Dalton says, me and my brother went to a Funko Pop Con. It was really great. They were requiring masks. That's good. So yeah, here's the thing right now. I think we're still underneath the threshold level that we need to, that science dictates that we should be at. I don't even know if we're like at 50% vaccinations. I'm not sure. I think we're, what, like 40 to 50, somewhere around there. I think they're trying to get to 75. So yes, please continue. I think with all the stuff that we talk about today and going forward, you know, obviously you do what you feel is comfortable for you and your family. But keep the health interests of others still in mind. Still try to be safe. You know, still stay clean and healthy and sanitary. That means half y'all who don't ever take showers and shit. You gotta shower. Use some soap. Scrub your nuts last. Don't scrub down there first and then go. Like if you're gonna clean like your butt, don't clean your butt and then your face. Otherwise it ends up like this. Do that area last. Do this and this last. I think I learned that from ODB. But yeah, y'all need to stay hygienic. Because y'all weren't even clean before this. let alone now. Let's see. Kurt says I'm doing good. Dalton says AMC is my least favorite theater chain. I know, but they're the theater chain making me the most money right now, so they're my favorite. They're Judith's favorite chain. That and anything Bitcoin related. John Borrego, salutations. How are you doing? Get us from Trash Cats, the man behind the Top Shots events. Are we gonna do a Top Shots event? Do we need to team up, get us, and we're just gonna do like an NFT thing? Non-fungible trash cats? Is that what it is? Kojima, so no inflatable pool full of ketchup at the next GAM meetup? That is correct, Kojima. There will not be an inflatable pool of ketchup at the next GAM meetup. There still is no GAM meetup on the books, by the way. I'm gonna talk about other events and stuff. I'm not gonna talk about anything. GAM has nothing to comment on regarding our events. So if you came here for that, it ain't happening. You can try to sway me, persuade me, convince me, if you will. Maybe I'll leak something. I probably won't. Get us or use a different rag. Oh, that's gross. When did this? Oh, a different rag. I thought that was like a joke about menstrual cycles, but no, I get what you're saying now. Yes, use a different. Don't use the same rag for like your pits and your crotch and your toes and the one you use when you're washing like your dog's butthole, like on your face. It's common sense, but y'all are lazy. You got no good sense, so I have to tell you. Dalton says people who don't shower every day baffles me. I agree with you, Dalton. If you don't shower every day, you're probably me sitting alone in this room day and day. Or you just got problems. You should shower. Take a bath. Even cats lick themselves. If I could do that, I'd never leave. I'd continue to stay in lockdown. John Borrega says, don't forget hydration too. It's hot right now. Yeah. Keep drinking water. Or electrolytes, because it's got what plants crave. Dalton says that is fair. Judas says, talk that talk, watch that ass. That's right. Alright, Geddes is with it. Non-fungible trash cats. It gon' happen. Y'all need to follow Trash Cats on Twitter, because they gave away some hot shit the other day, and y'all missed out because you don't follow them on Twitter. Thank y'all for liking. Thanks for liking the stream. And let's see. Dalton says ball pit for the next scam. No ball pit for the next scam. 1, y'all are too immature. 2, y'all are too dirty. 3, I don't like making y'all happy. I could do without it. Thomas says, persuade him with Dick's wings. He likes. I do get persuaded by wings. So yeah, give me some wings. I'll use it to cover up this dot on my nose. Or maybe someone's trying to shoot me right now. Maybe Rob's out there and there's like a red dot. I don't know. John said, oh, Kojima Bidet Squad. Hey, I like that. I'll put that in the budget. Bidet Squad. A Bidet Squad? Geddes says, man, you need an event. We all love a great comeback story. Aw, you're persuading me. You're persuading. Right now, my official comment is like, I've got no, well, I don't have a GAMP event on the books. I said this since last year when COVID started. Once all this stuff starts to subside and whatnot, the climate's going to be too congested. And that's exactly what's happening now. Everybody's booking stuff up, and they're booking stuff up through December. And it'll be a glut. And then I'll let everybody else fight it out. Maybe I'll do some. I've got something planned, but it's not a GAM event per se. But we'll talk about that later. I gotta make announcements to the team first. John says, for men that work out, especially powerlifting, use Old Spice. Why just for men that work out, John Borrego? It's 2021! You can't be just saying for men that work out, for people that work out! Chop, 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 chop! Music stop. Silence. Music start. Dalton says, also Mythical Mountain is opening a new store in St. Augustine. Oh, that's awesome! I thought a second store in St. Augustine? That's good for them. That's awesome. Check out, if you have their address, drop the link or the address in the chat, John. I mean, not John, Dalton, sorry. Christy knows happiness is a lie. Everlasting sadness. Everlasting sadness. We haven't even talked about any of the actual events yet. What the hell is going on? What are we talking about? I don't know what I'm talking about. Dalton says, whoa, nice wings. Thanks for liking my wings, Dalton. It's not a euphemism. John Borrego. I know I'm not wrong, John. I'm never wrong, except when I decide not to be right. Miss Toaster. What's up, Miss Toaster? Look, I'm on before 9 p.m. It's early, right? We can talk about stuff. John Borrego says, all genders welcome. Wrong, John! Wrong, John. Y'all don't know me by now. It's nobody welcome across the board. All of y'all are not welcome. You looking on your other screen, you looking on your phone, none of y'all are welcome. That's equality for me. Then I'll be happy. That's the third store, Dalton? That's the third store in St. Augustine? Holy crap. Thomas says, Misty to the better Freeland. Best Freeland in the house. Misty says, look at you doing what is asked of you. Ah, don't say it like that. Then people will figure it out. But you're a hoster, so I appreciate the compliment. Yes, Christy gets it. Non-anyone. That is the new... Maybe that should be the new GAM tagline. Be original. Hate everybody. Kojima, you got your Dreamcast fixed today? Sweet. When are you going to drop it off? I would love for it to keep it. Y'all got me sidetracked. We're supposed to be talking about events and stuff. Alright, let's talk about some events because all of y'all's lives are sad. You don't have anything going on. You need something. Something to bring you out of your dank, dark dungeon of despair and derelict, derogatory phrases. So you need other sweaty, stank people to hang around. Let's go talk about it. Christy, do you have one of those I'm just here to waste Ryan's time buttons? There's a few left in circulation. Miss Toaster says, is the only Freeland needed here. I was a Freeland before you, Aaron. Do I have that? Dang it, it's been a while. Hold on a second. Not yet, stick around. Dylan. I think this is it.
Aaron.
There you go.
Where are you? Where is Aaron
says, you
right
can come
now?
by and play, but tell Renzo he needs to bring the curry. I like that, Kojima. Thank you. Kojima, look, invited me out to do something. Kojima was nice. Thought about me for once. Thank you, Kojima. Everybody else didn't do anything for me.
You done messed up, Aaron!
Oh, Christy does? Good. You done messed up, Elon. Alright, let me change this screen so we can look at the Firefoxes. How many of y'all remember Monkey Island? I love that game. Let's see. Would this work? Hello, there's too much of me here. I don't like that. There we go. Now I'm right there covered by the text. That's perfect. And I'm still covered by the text. When did I do that? Why did I do that? Oh, I remember going black and white so I wouldn't get caught by showing streams. Let me move this text out of the way. Alerts. Event list. Chat box. Let's move the chat box over. We're going to move it over to here. Won't be able to see it. But I will. I'm just here to waste Ryan's time. My motto, says Judith. Judith, you're opposite of that. Oh, hold on to that, Misty. Yeah, we could definitely talk about that fight. Curses, Jacksonville Beach is having a free music festival this Saturday and Sunday. The red jumpsuit apparatus is playing Sunday, so I'm going to try to make it out there. I would talk about that event, but it'll be hot outside. The last place I want to be is anywhere hot with any of y'all. Again, the shower problem. Y'all go if you want. I'm not going to be there. I'm going to stay in my apartment that recently got its air conditioning fixed. Judith says, wow, I haven't heard from Red Jumpsuit Apparatus in a minute. Do you not have Spotify? They're from Jacksonville, aren't they? Jacksonville or Gainesville, or am I thinking of Yellow Card? I'm thinking of Yellow Card. I one time did a website for one of the guys from Yellow Card. His dad was opening a Chuck E. Cheese style place here in Jacksonville. It was called Ollie Koalas. And we're in a meeting with the guy. He's like, hey, I want to make this new kind of like Chuck E. Cheese type place called Ollie Koalas. And I got to put on like the koala suit and everything. And we're all talking, we're concepting, we're brainstorming. And then he asked all of us, like, hey, what do you guys think of Red Jumpsuit Apparatus? Or no, of Yellow Card. And he's talking about one of them, and I go like, they're alright. They're not my thing. I guess people like them, but I think they're kind of meh. And then I find out later on that his son's on Yellow Card. I was like, "Oy, awkward." I don't know. He still liked the site though, so we got paid. It's all good. David Morales says, yes, they are. They are from Jacksonville? Thank you, David. You're good for something. Curtis says, Middleburg. Close enough. Everything that's around Jacksonville is part of Jacksonville. Thomas says, hey, David! Judith says, my house is AC and most of the food I like, so that's where I'll be. There you go. Open invite. Everybody can go to Judith's for AC and food whenever you would like. Address in the comments. Miss Toaster says, oh, we should play Goose Goose Duck. Goose Goose Duck? I like that game. Except the part where people touch me. I could do without that. Miss Toaster, Yellow Card is from Jacksonville Beach. That would make sense, because the guy was setting up the Ollie Koalas was right there in Jacksonville Beach. Close to where, there's a Bailey's Gym there now. There used to be like a Twisted Martini, I think, in that area. The ice cream shop is around there. The custard place. Let's see. David Morales says, Tomas! Tomas! Yellow Cars from Jacksonville Beach. Judith says, I do not have a Spotify and I barely listen to music. What? What about YouTube? You listen to music on YouTube. Curtis says, or is it Duck Duck Goose? It could go either way. Both ways, I ain't gonna be there. Miss Toaster noticed a new Among Us style PC game. What? Just send me that link, Missy. I guess let me change the filter on this so everything isn't in black and white. I think that was when we were talking. We were watching some video or something, probably Mortal Kombat or Invincible or something. Let me see here. Hold on, it's probably gonna go silent for a second, so stay calm. There we go. All right, we're back. Dalton Fairbanks says, David! Miss Hoster style. I read. I pick it up what you're putting down. I dig it with the shovel. John Borrega says, I'm more of the cold man other than hot. Especially having the AC Slater in my apartments in 65. God dang! That's cold. Pretty crazy, but I love to stay cool and fall asleep faster. I fall asleep really fast when I bloodlet. David Morales says, Dalton! I'm just gonna keep yelling every name y'all write in the chat. Miss Toaster, it's on Steam. Okay, I'll check for it. Christy Wilson. Ah! There you go. Alright, so first up, for the wrestling fans. River City WrestleCon is coming up. I think it's this weekend, right? Let's see. Okay, there's a trivia thing Wednesday. Then, okay, River City WrestleCon is... Oh, this segues into that. Okay, cool. This weekend. There's going to be like a shit ton of wrestlers there. So, like, if you're really into half-naked sweaty dudes and a few half-naked sweaty girls. Or I should just say, if you're into half-naked sweaty people. I need to say it like that. I know it's like common, it's like old school vernacular, and we're used to saying things like, it's like saying ladies and gentlemen. It's something that we just grew up saying, but I probably need to get it out of my kind of language. I should just say people, because it doesn't address those that don't fit in those categories. I'm working on it. If you want to see hot, half-naked, sweaty people, River City WrestleCon is for you. My AC is set to 69, cause Thomas's AC is set to 69, and that's how he keeps having children. Christy says, is this almost like an ASMR if you're reading our comments? Yes, this is like opposite ASMR, I guess. Does ASMR mean it has to be like whisper fighting? Doesn't mean I have to be talking. Oh man, what's that whisper song? I forgot the whisper song. Morales says, penis! I like that. Guys, gals, and non-binary pals. I like that. If I say that in the future, it's because of Christy Wilson. There you go. Any of y'all planning on going to River City WrestleCon? If you go, please be safe. Wear a mask. Take a shower. Be clean. Heck, carry some Purell, or maybe could they have like portable Febreze or something like that. If you're gonna be on the fairgrounds, you know it's gonna be hot. It's gonna be hot. So carry some. Don't go to, if you go to this event, if you go to any of these things wearing a damn hoodie, I swear to bejesus, somebody should slap the stupid off you. If it is like 80 to 90 degrees, don't wear a hoodie. You gotta be, I get you want to be comfortable. Maybe you're having some body insecurities and you want to wear something to make you feel, I get like that all the time. Sometimes I love wearing bigger clothes than I should, just because it makes me feel more comfortable. So I get that. But don't wear some like super wool corduroy hoodie type deal in that kind of weather. It's not a wise move. And then you're gonna be waiting in this line for like half an hour, 45 minutes. Just waiting. Because you're excited about getting a signature from one of your childhood heroes, and then everybody else in the line is going to suffer. They go, and like, yes, it is I that smells like sweaty fish. Because I got 2 hoodies on, a beanie, 3 pairs of socks, 1 glove, and a band-aid. So don't do it. Dress appropriately. Sure you bring some of the monies. Because that shit ain't gonna be free. Kurt Angle isn't gonna give you a photograph just because you smiled at him. That's right, it's true. It's damn true. He will not do that. But make sure you bring some money. Check and make sure. I don't know if they're doing cash or card or whatnot. I would expect for photographs, I don't think everyone's gonna have like a square reader on them, so I would bring some cash on you. Make sure you bring enough cash and keep it out in the open, so visible to everybody, so you get mugged at some point. No, I'm kidding. Don't be stupid. Don't like hide your money. When you carry cash with you, be discreet. You're welcome, Morales Realty. You are welcome. So welcome. Congratulations on the house, David. But yeah, this should be a fun event. There's a bunch of wrestling going on. Tons of actual wrestlers. I think there's gonna be vendors. There's like a game room, cosplay contest, all that kinds of stuff. It's a con. It's a wrestling con. I mean, it's in the title. You should know what to expect from this. But yeah, Nick Pate's gone all out. He's gotta be spending like $1 bajillion on this event. I'm not gonna lie. I really like the talent roster on that. It's like, let's say each one of these people was, I don't know. Let's just say $1,000 to get each person. And then I might divide it in half afterward. I don't know. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. There's $12,000 right there. We didn't even count everybody. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Look at that. You got like $24,000, $25,000 worth of people just right there. Is that how much he's actually paying? I don't know. I'm completely speculating. I'm sure there's some kind of cut because there's a bunch of people working together. Probably sharing the costs of some sort. But if you want this kind of thing to keep happening in your community, in your neighborhood, you gotta support it. But again, be safe. If you have an autoimmune deficiency of some kind, if you haven't got your vaccination shots, if you're at risk, if you have COVID, don't go to. Which, by the way, I think we're on day 3 or 4 of no COVID cases in Jacksonville. So everybody, give yourself a round of applause. Give yourself props. Pat on the back. Let's keep that trend going by being safe and being empathetic to the people around us and caring about other people. So that is a good thing. Oh, so we got anything else that we can like look at over here? This would be a nice birthday present. Man, Rick Nickerson, go buy your own ticket. I can't stand stuff like that. That's my pet peeve. People ask for free stuff. Get a job, buy it yourself. I'm gonna be such a mean dad one day. See, there's Cody advertising the fact he's publicizing that he is vandalizing. So good for you, Cody. When I do it, at least I don't post my own picture. First time ever taking my son. Do the tickets sell out quick or not? Thank you. Lori, did you even do any research on this? I don't think they're capping tickets for this event. Does anybody know if they are? Christy says putt and crawl this weekend. Give me some info on the putt and crawl, Christy. Putt and crawl, Christy. Leon says, well, Leon's not unofficial, so I'm not going to read their comment. But, yeah, Jacksonville Fairgrounds is a big space. I don't know. I don't know if it's a big enough space for all the people that he's gonna have at this. That's a lot of wrestlers. That'll be a big crowd. But I don't think tickets. I haven't seen anything about a ticket cap, so I wouldn't worry about not being able to get a ticket. Let's see. Try to see what else is about this. If anybody else knows anything about River City WrestleCon, go ahead and let me know now in the comments. Let's see. Mick Foley's going to be there. Add another $1,000. I have a suspicion that Mick Foley's going to AEW. Everybody else is. He's gonna be in Jacksonville for just. I think he's gonna be at the con for just a few hours. He's been in Jacksonville a few times before, like for book signings and stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if he ends up moving to Jax or on the outskirts, working up with AEW or something. Attention, maggots! Here's a special message from RCWC 2021's guest Sergeant Slaughter. Cobra la 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 la. John Borrega, Mick Foley is a voice actor. No. No. Maybe you could say Mick Foley is a voice actor also. You do not say Mick Foley is a voice actor. Even though I'm sure he's done some voice actor work. Mick Foley is a wrestler first, sir. Ma'am. Person. Without a doubt. That is disrespectful to try to call Mick Foley a voice actor. Amongst the illustrious career that Mick Foley has had, the achievements that he's accomplished, and the blood that he has dripped from his body all over the floor, to just call him a voice actor is a slight against humanity. Slighted. Also, okay, we're cool then. Christy has her putt and crawl. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and copy this link. I'm gonna add it to my tab so we can look at it. Sheldon Yang says Tekken tournament this weekend was pretty dope. That's cool. Tell me more about it, Sheldon. Give me more. Tell me more. Curtis says, I thought Lee was your kid. Lee is my child, but not from my loins. Lee is my spiritual daughter. But I'll still wallop all y'all thirsty motherfuckers who keep trying to hook up with her regardless. She's a person, not an object. Support her on OnlyFans. Like maybe lose where's my place? River City WrestleCon. Using only gifts. Tell me who's your all-time favorite wrestler. Who's y'all's favorite wrestler of all time? Favorite wrestler of all time. I mean, I fell in love with wrestling during the Attitude Era, so it's probably The Rock for me. Kurt Angle's pretty high up there too, though. Stone Cold definitely had some good runs. Logan, the Undertaker. Yeah, You know what? As much as I usually love the Undertaker matches, there were so many long stretches where I didn't like Taker. You know what I mean? Like, he always puts on like a great match, but like I wasn't a big fan of like the American Badass phase. You know what? I don't think I appreciated Undertaker until I got much further along. Like when it was still the Hulk Hogan era, I didn't really like Undertaker much. But I think once it hit like Attitude Era and later Taker, I think that's when I started really like Taker. Curtis says Goldberg. Oh, definitely like Goldberg. I feel like Goldberg's so boring. But then, you know what though? I have to take some of that back because I didn't watch Goldberg during WCW time. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with y'all's comments. Oh wait, I should just pop this conversation thing out. Can I do that? Yeah, oh my god, this will make it so much easier. I'm trying to read all your comments in this little tab thing. Okay, John Borrego says either Triple H or Carlito during my childhood. There you go. You like the game, because he takes up 15 minutes at the beginning of every match. Dalton, guess what, player? You go on one-on-one with The Undertaker. That was just for you, Dalton. John says, also, what do you think of the Boogeyman? Boogeyman, I think, has a cool look, but never really amounted to being much. Always looks cool, looks great, but then it's like, alright, what's next? Great gimmick, but it's like never went anywhere. Sheldon says, thanks for the sex, Sheldon. Thanks for the 69 sex, Sheldon. I appreciate it. Sheldon says, Ray Escondido hosted at Justin Pub downtown. About 21 people. Plus 225. Damn. Oh, Trash Cats sponsored that one, right? Get us if you're still there. Shout out to Get Us. Sweet. I like Justice Pub. Oh my god. Quinn Spencer works there. He does a lot of stuff over there. It's good to see the Tekken and the FGC scene staying alive. I like that. Logan, he was boring then, right? But then maybe that's just a reflection of the era and not so much of him. Because I feel like once, especially during Attitude Era when everybody was just allowed to do whatever, I feel like Undertaker was... It's like he finally fell into himself. Or we did. I don't know. Next month, the Street Fighter is going to be... Ooh. Sweet, yes. Okay, check out whatever's going on at Justice Pub. If you're in the FGC stuff. You'll see my favorite wrestler of all time, Ryu. The Street Fighter there. And Zangief. To quote Iron Sheik, Hulk Hogan is a jabroni. Dang, Dalton. Sheldon says, good game to live events. I love live events. I truly do. I've just been in a... People first. That's my policy. People first. People over events. People over money. People first. Dalton Fairbanks says, I like Chris Jericho. Jericho's really good. Jericho consistently changes and evolves. I would say that half of Jericho's shticks annoy me, but then the other half are great. And I can't fault the guy. Like, he's always recreating himself. So, I mean, he's an innovator. He's got such long-lasting appeal. I feel like Jericho... Here's what I don't like about Jericho. It's easier for me to complain about stuff. That's just who I am. What I don't like about Jericho is I feel like Jericho is probably the best copier in wrestling. Jericho finds skits and bits from other things and puts them into wrestling better than anybody else. I think you could probably just look down at all of Jericho's stuff like, oh, we got that from here, we got that from here, we got that from here, we got that from here. He admits it, even just the other day when he had like the parlay thing. Everyone was talking about, oh, I got the parlay from Pirates of the Caribbean. Which is a knockoff of Monkey Island, coincidentally. Undertaker was crucifying people during the Attitude Era. Those are good times. Oh, why can't I like your comment, Logan? I apologize if I can't like y'all's comments anymore. For some reason, it's not letting me. Dalton says WCW knew how to book Goldberg to make him look strong, but he's not a good wrestler. And don't get me wrong, I get the hype. Like, we all got behind Ryback when they had the whole Feed Me More deal. Just because the way it was booked. Everybody likes seeing a destruction machine. So, I mean, I would say that I probably would have liked the Goldberg story arc, but still wouldn't have been that big a fan of Goldberg. Oh my god, Val Venus. Hello, ladies. Let me swing a towel around like a helicopter. Nah. Nah.
Oh, hell no!
Alright, we got... Started talking about favorite wrestlers. So that's what's going on for River City WrestleCon. And I mean, their card is stacked in terms of talent. Like, you can look through and see. Choppy is peepee. That's so wrong that it's funny. Like, you can just go through their Facebook page or their Instagram or go to the website, and you can see they've got wrestling stuff booked with USWA. A few other like separate indie wrestlers are working with them. Pretty much every former WWE, WWF person's gonna be there. So that's your thing. Go again. Be safe. Be smart. Don't be stupid. Don't be a busta. Don't be yourselves. Be better. I've met most of y'all. I wish I hadn't. I have little faith in you. But I still think you can be better and make this a safe, fun event. And says Val Venus would so not be okay these days. No, I don't see him. He would definitely have to change it up to be accepted and not get canceled in the current landscape of things. Jenna says junkyard dog. Because Jenna loves animals. I don't know what other joke to make about that. Maybe because Jenna likes trashy men? I don't know. That works, maybe. Dalton says WWE Attitude Era was crazy. It really was. I love the Attitude Era. I'm not as big a fan of wrestling anymore. Like, I still like the idea of wrestling, and we'll do wrestling tomorrow night. We'll do a again Patreon wrestling bit. But I don't know, like today I just can't. It's difficult for me to get into it. One, there's too much of it. There's wrestling on like 87 times a week. It's too damn much. And it's like, how many times I got to see the same people do the same weak ass storyline? Like, there's like 4 or 5 different archetypes, and it's like constantly rinse, wash, repeat, rinse, wash, repeat. But I feel like every now and then you find like a gold nugget. I feel like that's what made the Attitude Era so strong, is that people were allowed to just be off the cuff. These individual personalities kind of came out through the storylines. Right now, maybe it's getting better again. I don't know. I tune in every now and then. But even that being said, I still love wrestling. Still love wrestling. Sheldon says, did you talk about CEO in Orlando yet? Spectator tickets already sold out. First day is crazy. I haven't. We can talk about it now, though. Wait, no. First we got to talk about the putt and crawl. Because Christy brought that up. Audit Matt's putt. What is this? It's a putt and crawl. That's all I know. Christy, if you're here, tell us more. 18 holes. I feel like there's a dirty joke there somewhere. Rocker Paddleboards presents Putt and Crawl. Another safe, fun event. Look at that. And they managed to get one. Look, they actually managed to get a picture. They got 2 pictures. No, 3. They got 3 pictures with minorities in it. All right, so it's not just a white golfing event. 1, 2, 3. If you ever want to go find some local Jack's businesses that really don't want minorities there, check out Surfer the Bar's Instagram page. You can scroll through for years without finding a single minority or person of color. I know because I've checked 2 or 3 times now. It's like they want to do everything they can to make sure that white people, we want you here and nobody else. It's ridiculous. I can't remember how that came about. I think like one of their pics I saw on Instagram, and then I was like, this is something that almost every like minority does. Like whenever you go to like an event, you look around, you're like, okay, how many other people like me are there here? So when you see pictures from like certain places, you're like, this place probably wouldn't want somebody like me there. Thank you, Dalton. Man, y'all gonna make this stream last forever. Let's see. Christy says it's a bar crawl for charity. You go to beach bars and play putt-putt holes. That's cool. Anything once for charity, that gets me. This starts Saturday, June 12th. I would advise signing up in advance if you're gonna do something like this. Advanced signups are very helpful for charity events. It really helps them plan. Usually they're run by a lot of volunteers. So please support. This is really cool. Thank you, Christy. Genesis, that's most Jack's beach bars. I think I read your comment. Look at this. Here, let's go. Let's see. Minorities? No, there's somebody who's probably like Italian, but let's see. White. I think I saw a brown person once for like a musical act that they had. Let's see, have we found anybody that's not white yet? Nope, we're still going. Still going. Nope. Maybe that's Latina or Asian or something? That's a maybe. Oh wait, is she? Oh, I think we got one. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, I think that person, she's like a me. Y'all look at me and you're like, what is he? That's what she is. See. I want somebody black. Find somebody black on here just to show that they support people of all diversities, ethnic backgrounds. I haven't found a black person yet. What day are we on now? Now we're on December 17th, 2020. We're in 2020 now. We still haven't found a black person. Like someone that looks like, hey, that person is black. Oh no, we got one! Alright, we only had to look back to November 7th, 2020. Oh. They got married there. So they had to pay money just to be there. Christy, you passed 3 photos? Did I? Of like a black person? Maybe you see diversity better than I do. Ann says tans don't count as a minority. Oh wait, Christy says use the code PUTTER for a free ticket. Hold on. Use the code PUTTER for a free ticket to the Putt and Crawl. Hold on. There you go. I pinned your tip, Christy. Let's see. All right. My goal right now is to find someone. I'm like, oh yeah, there's a black. Okay, I think that that guy's black. We got one here. So we found one October 16th. Minority sighting. Alright. So let's say at this point, let's say we found 4. Just to be gracious. We got the wedding one, that girl, or that person, the bartender. I think it's really tan, and this guy. We'll say 3. I'm gonna give him 4. Let's keep going. Still looking. I want like, hey, tell me that black people like being a surfer at the bar. I've been to Surfer the Bar. I have seen black people there. Sure. All right, where are we now? We're now in July of 2020. She's mixed. This girl's mixed. She's white. Maybe she's Latina. Let's say 5. We'll give him 5. Still looking. I didn't even see one in that crowd shot. Come on! Come on, give me somebody! What are we now? We're in January of 2020. We're about to go into 2019. Alright, we're in 2019 now. Alright, we're still looking. What's up, Villa Dream? We're trying to see if we can find any more minorities at Surfer the Bar. Or at least within, not so much at Surfer the Bar, in terms of what Surfer the Bar wants to represent as the people who should be here and the culture that they want to permeate. See, how far into 2019 are we? We're halfway through 2019. We didn't see any black people at Surfer the Bar in 2019. Ah, got one! So we went from December to June and we finally found another one. There we go. Christy, was that the same girl? So we're back to 4 then. Dalton, someone threw away a perfectly good white boy. What's up, Villa Dream? It looks like they, well, I guess they had to publish this person. It looks like they're like a famous surfer or something. But I'm gonna be real with you. This is how. There we go. We got a black person because they're booked for the actual. They're booked to perform. Yep. This is what it's like for minorities, y'all. Of all kinds, not just racial. I'm sure people who are minorities in terms of like of other types of orientations probably do the same thing where you look around. You want to see other people like you when you go to a place. Because you want to kind of gauge whether or not you're going to be accepted. I look at this and I'm like, they don't want me there. They do not want me there. They don't even want my money. I look at this and I go, this place thinks that by me showing up, that they think they're going to lose money and that I'm going to scare people away. That's the mentality of how a minority perceives something like this. So for all of you that are wondering how your minority friends of whatever persuasion feels for something that's so subconscious as it, that's how it makes us feel. Dalton says, ladies and gentlemen, we got him. Jenna, he wasn't at the bar. That's true, he wasn't at the bar. He wasn't at the bar. They're like, you're okay if we have you out drowning in the ocean. Just don't come into the bar. Ryan is more swole. Ryan's trying to get more swole, Sheldon. Trying to get more swole. Trying to get back up to, I want to hit 400. That's my goal. It's, one day hit 400. Genesis and Jack's Beach especially. Sheesh. No one is accepted in Jack's Beach except white, privileged, skinny college kids. Essentially, yeah. I'll say Jack's Beach is very segregated in terms of that. You could tell, hey, this bar is where like the minorities hang out, the people of color. This is like the white college bar. This is another college bar. Kind of divided up. And it's sad. It shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't be like that. But the more conversations like this we have, the better it gets. The less divisive it becomes. I think as more people understand how other people feel when they do certain things, I think that's what helps bring down the walls. Many of you know this. We went through this with GAM years ago on like purposefully. Like we looked back at the images that we were putting out there in terms of like the people that we were highlighting and showcasing. And GAM, the team is predominantly minority. It's predominantly brown, very predominantly female. We were looking back like, man, we have like nothing but white people on that we're highlighting for like this, and this. And we need to do something to change that. You know, because we want to make sure that other people feel. We want to make sure that our internal philosophies and ethics are exuded out towards the community. If we perpetuate this mindset, then we're no better than anybody else. Even if we do it with the best of intentions. If we say, okay, well, we're just going to keep highlighting these kind of people. Like, yeah, but now we're aware of it. If you're aware of it and then you continue to do it, that makes you even worse. So we had to make a concerted effort. You know, we were like, well, we really need to find somebody that's black or that's brown. We need to find some people that are male to highlight. We need to find somebody that can actually talk to like the trans community. We need to make sure that people who are actually within the LGBTQ community and a part of that lifestyle are making some of these decisions with us. Like those are things that we constantly went through. So yeah, everybody should analyze themselves in terms of what they're putting out, and just so you could, being aware and conscious, typically, I think, can help make you a little bit more empathetic. Dalton says, GAM is pretty damn diverse, and I love that. Me too, Dalton. If it wasn't for diverse people, I wouldn't have existed. Alright, let's get back to these events. Let's talk about... At some point, we're going to talk about that fight. If Christy's still here, we're going to talk about the fight soon. CEO's back. CEO Gaming is back. It's sold out! I think they'll probably open up some more tickets at some point. There's no way that we go... What is it? July, August, September, October, November, December. There's no way you go 5 months or 6 months, 5 to 6 months without finding some way to expand. I don't know if they'll bring on an additional... They'll figure out a way. If it was me, I don't know if there's like the ability to partner with other like nearby hotels. Have on actually, you know what I would do? I'm gonna give away an idea. I'm gonna give it away. I would bring in RVs. I want to do this for GAM forever ago. I'm gonna put that idea out there. I would bring in a bunch of RVs. They do that with oh my god, what's their name? Devolver does it for E3 every year, where they bring in all these RVs and the developers have like different game demos and whatnot in there. I would make a little RV park I would put up like a giant projection screen and some tents. And then I make it so essentially the RVs are acting as kind of like demo areas or smaller gameplay areas or kind of places we go to take a break. And then big ass tent in the middle, projection screen, people can play outside without being impacted by the weather. And boom, we just opened up like another 200 tickets. You're welcome. Christy says, Dear Diary, mood apathetic. Fight! But no, Alex is a resourceful guy. He's a creative guy. He'll think of others. And he's got a great team of people around him. There's no way they're going to leave that demand and that much money sitting on the table. They're going to be very limited in terms of what additional tournaments, like official capacity tournaments they can do. And capacity from the hotel standpoint. But there's a little bit of wiggle room in terms of there are ways to bring on more attendees. Just gotta figure out. And that's one of those things that I don't want to get too big into that. But props to Alex for making that happen, and I give him credit for not jumping the gun and trying to bring it back early. I support CEO, especially in terms of like them pushing for like a December event, giving time for the community to make sure that things are safe. I think having events like these, I think having a large scale event at this point is still, if I won't say if I had the chance, when given the chance, I've said no. And I think other people should be saying no too. Until it gets to a point where like, hey guys, we're in the clear. We've got X amount of vaccinations. We've got this thing under control. Then I say, yeah, let's do it. Let's go ham. Until then, I'm still kind of cautious. And so I applaud him. He could have done the easy thing. He could have made this thing for late summer and made some easy money. Especially right now. You can put out anything right now. With the demand, people gonna show up. And especially with his brand and like what he's already contributed to the community and the loyalty that he's fostered and earned. Easy. But he didn't go that route. So I give that props. Sheldon said just spectator passes is sold out. Participants are capped at 2,500. Yeah, I think they'll figure out a way. Either more spectators or more more participants, I guess, is more difficult. You kind of need to keep it in that contained space. More RVs and less dildos. Yes and no. If Devolver can do more oh, you're talking about for them? For CEO or for GAM? For CEO, more RVs, less dildos. For GAM, it would be more RVs, way more dildos. That's just the GAM way. Next up, this is something new. The Night Parade Arts Markets. Y'all ever notice GAM starts doing, remember when everybody was doing a con? Hey, guess what? We're gonna have a few people. We're gonna have like some vendors, some cosplay. Every event I do is gonna have cosplay. Because I think it's free promotion. And the cosplayers won't ask for money. So let's do that. We'll call it a con, and people will show up, right? Remember when that shit was happening almost like every few weeks? And then what does GAM do? We go the opposite. And we say, hey, this event is not focusing on cosplay. It's not focusing on tournaments. It's not focusing on this, or this. It's just the alley part, just the vendor alley. We're going to call it a nerd market. We're just gonna do the nerd market. People were like, what? You can't do that. People just to buy stuff? I'm like, there's people who just want to buy stuff. So we're gonna just do the nerd market. And they scoffed and they laughed. That was what, 3 or 4 years ago. Now everybody and their sister wants to do some kind of nerd market. Ha! That's right. Y'all keep biting our shit. You're always gonna be 3 or 4 years behind. Adam, dildo swords forever. That was years ago at the... What's up, Brandon Woods? Thanks for liking the stream. That was at the Volition Saints Row party. God, that was years ago. I can't remember what year that was. Damn, it's not a con, Dalton! Ans is told it. Keep using cosplay for your events and then have nothing to do with cosplay. Pretty much. Adam says, very close to Beetlejuice impression, Ryan. Ha ha. Curtis, the CEO of the fighting tournament. I did hear something about that in 2011 or 2012. Yeah, CEO of the fighting tournament. There are I would say CEO is probably, without a doubt, the biggest fighting tournament in Southeast. Maybe the East Coast. Sheldon, I don't have a sister though. You want one? Adam, strictly gentle jousting event almost confirmed. Oh yeah, we did that too. There's no GamCon, Christy! Never will be. Brandon was, I haven't been to Rain Dogs in a while. Yo, okay, so I know I just talked a bunch of shit about people using the market name. Because a lot of people be using that market name now. God. Y'all stop hanging off my nuts. But, this one is different, though. The Night Parade Arts Market is different. I don't put this in that category of biters. One, I think the culture behind this is different. Us going with the market was very distinct and different from what our culture, our community would typically define as such. This is happening at Rain Dogs. And actually, the guy, I don't know how to pronounce their names. I'm just going to call it Rare Side. They actually reached out to me and they talked to me about this. And this dude was super decent. I've seen Rare Side pop up here and there. They do fighting tournaments. I think they do like a hip hop fight night at Rain Dogs. And I'm trying to look up his name, so I don't want to. I feel like I'm doing a disservice by not giving them credit. Jimmy the Gypsy. Okay, Jimmy the Gypsy hit me up to talk about this, and I told him I'll talk about it. I was like, I'll review it and talk about it. I was like, I haven't actually been to this yet, so I don't want to just like outright approve and vouch for it, but I will talk about it. And then one thing he said to me was it said a lot about the character of the event. And he also showed me pictures and stuff of the things that they were doing that they've done to change Rain Dogs. And I was like, all right, he's just a cool guy. I would give the benefit of the doubt to without. And so he's doing this for free. So if you want a space at the Night Parade Art Market, hit him up. Hit up the event page or hit up Rare Side. You see it right here. The table setup's free. So they're not looking to... One of the things that I see commonly is that event promoters, and I distinguish event promoters from producers as two different types. But promoters will typically just say, well, at least I'll make my money off the vendors and the table fees. And don't get me wrong, I gotta make money. But then it's like, well, are you setting up an environment and a system in which the people that are paying in are actually going to make money? Or is this just like an opportunity to promote your events and bring in asses? Not always, but I'm saying this is how reality works. I'm sorry. But this person, they've been doing the stuff at Rain Dogs for a while. And they were showing me how, like, they set up... Here, let's go look at it. Dragon Ball Fighters and Tekken 7 tournament. And so I know Rain Dogs, and I know this back area. And this used to be, like, just a sweat pit. And they've redecked it out where like there's like this big ass screen, there's seating. They've put tons of art murals like in the background and whatnot. Oh, look at that. That's not. I remember going to Rain Dogs years ago. It was not like this. So to me, that speaks volumes. People who are willing to put in that kind of work. I mean, it means something. So I would definitely check this out if you're a vendor. If you're like selling like creative artsy stuff, especially it's in the Riverside area, so you know what the culture and community is like over there. Hit them up. Check it out. See if it's something that you want to participate in. Here's somebody who was like selling their art there the other week. Let me read the comments. Sorry. Ari says, "Good night, Mr. Ryan." Good night, Ari. Go to sleep. I'm gonna be in your nightmares. When you close your eyes, think of this voice. Thank you, Sheldon, for dropping a link to CEO. Brandon Wood says, "Don't know. Give me some money. Maybe we can do a GamCon." Or we can hook up with a lot of businesses. Honestly, I've been offered before, and it's just not something I'm interested in. I've had people offer to run it, to put it together, to pay money to make it happen. I'm just not interested in it. Like, I don't know, like, for those of you that don't know me, this might be a surprise, but I don't really like conventions. I'm not typically a big fan of conventions. So for me, I feel like it'd be very insincere to do. To make GammaCon for me is dishonest. It's dishonest to who I am. And I don't feel the compulsion to put one together. So it's like, even I mean, that's why for those of you who've been to Gam Show for multiple years, if you start looking at how the event changes, and you look back to like, oh, here's when they pretty much got rid of almost all the vendors, and they kept it to where, and the people on the team know this. We made an effort, and it was a plan to eliminate as many vendors as possible from GAM, because I don't think they have. It's not really a good place, a good fit for them. No, let me take that back. It's a great fit for the vendors. It's not a good fit in terms of what the attendees should experience at GAM. When you get in the door at GAM, your ticket should entail, at least in terms of experience that we're creating and want you to experience, you should be getting lots of free stuff, getting lots of hookups. You should be experiencing a lot of things. You shouldn't be there. Like, yeah, you're gonna have to pay for drinks and whatnot. I wish I could get rid of that. I wish I could get that all taken care of. But it is, I don't want people being nickeled and dimed over stuff, or like feel like that they're at the mall or like in an artist alley shopping for stuff. Since the beginning, we never had an artist alley at GAM. Only exception is Ed, because he's my boy. Because it works against the philosophy of making the artists more important and valuing the art. No artist alley at GAM. Art at GAM is on the walls. It's showcased, it's highlighted, it's talked about, it's experienced. It's not, hey, do you want to buy this for $5? Do you want to buy this for $10? It's like, no. Art and artists have a value at GAM. But in terms of getting rid of the vendors, I wanted to make sure this is what I was aware of, or that I had empathy towards, and that I wanted to help with. So many of the vendors are creative people, and they're creative people that help create our community and our neighborhoods. So I want to make sure that there's a financial ecosystem there to help keep them afloat so they can keep creating. And that was the rationale behind creating the Nerd Market. Let's have something that's explicitly for shopping, so for the people who want to buy stuff, they can go and buy stuff. And then the vendors don't have to deal with as many people who are just awkwardly walking through. that aren't actual shoppers. Let's have people. Let's have better let's do better matchmaking. People who want to buy stuff with people who want to sell stuff, and cut everybody else out. I don't want 500, 1,000 people that aren't interested in buying shit at a vendor market. I only want people who are interested in buying stuff. Because that's the best thing that benefits the vendors, the creators. What's up, Cool Whip? Pog person. I miss interacting. I miss interacting with others too. Curtis, you should definitely check out Rain Dogs. They got good beers. Adam Tatani. That's not true, Miss Ryan. Oh, it's true, Ari. Right when you fall asleep. That's not the fan blowing the sheets. That's a ghost blowing the sheets off. Ha 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 ha. Okay. And Ryan isn't in full Vince McMahon mode and can't be bought yet. I can't be bought! Y'all don't know how many bridges I've burned during COVID. People that wanted me to sell shit to y'all. People who wanted to buy your information. People who wanted y'all sent into stores and whatever to buy shit. And those people are probably pissed at me now. Because I said no over and over again. But I don't give a fuck. It's not about them. I don't care. I like people. People first. People first. That's it. Be original. Do good. I could do other things to make money. I can open an OnlyFans account and Photoshop pictures of my feet. If I want money, I can do that. You guys trusted me enough to keep like supporting me on Patreon and whatnot, which I will be putting together another art duel soon. And that kept it so we could keep supporting other people. We supported artists and different charities during COVID. We had all kinds of tournaments supporting people during COVID. That's what I want to keep doing. To any company that just wants to buy us so they can make a few dollars, fuck that. Gam's not doing that. Especially after losing my mom. Not doing that. See, Christy said this forever ago. Christy said, Nani? Never knew. Yep. Adam says, when he gets that, tell him I want to come over. Runs away. Alright, what other events are we talking about? So we talked about, again, here's the Night Parade Arts Market. I would suggest checking this out. I'm going to go check it out. I want to see what it's like, and then I'll tell you guys like what I think. I'll be real with you. But I think, you know, I've been looking for a long time for like the next generation of people that I believe in to kind of pass the baton on to pass the mantle on to. Like, I want, what are the things that are relevant to this next generation of leaders? And how do I enable them so they can go farther? I want them to pass me. That's why, like, a lot of events around town, you'll see like GAM monitors or systems and stuff like that, because we genuinely do support those other events. And so I'm hoping that this is one of those. Or I'm hoping, not that this event is one of those, but the people behind it are some of those people. Well, I'll get to know Rare Side and see. But from talking, so thus far from talking to him, I got a good feeling. I want to give it a chance. I want to learn more and see where this goes. Doing the hip hop fight nights and the night parade, so that's cool. And the thing is, I know firsthand how much. I remember when I used to do this with like Rob and Renzo Mark and Sean. Like, we would go out and set up these events a few times a month. And it's a lot of work. It's a lot of effort. I remember leaving Dive Bar like around 3 in the morning. My car broke down and Rob would not leave me. He waited until we would figure out a way to jumpstart the car, or I got a ride, and then going to work the next morning. So for someone to be putting together 2 events like on a weekly basis, it shows a lot of heart to me. And I hope they're one of the next people to kind of come up. Let's see. Sheldon says no one can buy Ryan's body, right? Right. Except on OnlyFans. Crystal says, GAM is about community togetherness. So happy to meet people and attend. Always have so much. Oh, thank you, Crystal. I hope you're doing well during this COVID. I hope it's treated you kindly. And thank you for being one of those warm people of the community. Hey, you know, I've looked at it as like, here's my tyrannical, obnoxious, sanctimonious soapbox. These are the Ryan things, and he does it with such stubbornness, and these are his opinions and views. And then I say, okay, but here's the stuff that I want to make sure that the community has their voice too. And that the opportunities and empowerment happens so other people from the community can then come up and then they can push their views and their voices and create the things that they wanted to happen. When I started, I take that back. There was one man in particular who helped me when I started, and that was Tiger. Josh Campbell helped me tremendously when I started. He gave me advice and Candy Keen. Those 2 people gave me a lot of advice and time at the beginning. And I didn't know anybody. They empowered me so I could go forward. That's what we keep trying to do with GAM. It's like, all right, what other people are creating things and doing things, and how can they start making their visions a reality? It can't all be on me. I'm old. I'm old, y'all. 84 years old. Can't keep doing this. Christy, I miss Dive Bar. Tiger is the best. Tiger's such a good dude. Was always straight up and honest with me. And then, so I'm a very big believer, and that's why, like, even regardless of how this event goes, how Hip Hop Fights goes, or how Night Parade goes, I'm interested in Rare Side and Jimmy the Gypsy. I want to find out more about who Jimmy is as a person and determine whether or not this is a person that I should invest more time into and empowering them. I believe in supporting and empowering people. Because projects come and go. Some fail, some succeed, whatever. But when you find the right people, that's what you invest time in. And if some people are crooked, there are people who've come up to me, or people that have approached us, or that I've seen, and I'm like, I don't like them. I don't believe in that person. I think that person has only interests out for themselves, and they'll use other people. I won't give them shit. I'm like, you're dead to me. You don't believe it. You don't support the community. You don't support the neighborhood. You support yourself. What you're doing is a facade. I've literally had people come up to me and try to convince me, like, oh yeah, I just want to make sure the community is involved in this. And I've told them, just be real with me. Sounds like you just want the community to buy tickets. If you want the community involved, you'd be doing stuff with the community. So that you're just telling me, don't sell me the bullshit. Just tell me straight up. Crystal says, J-Kaz, check this out. I know it will be of interest to you. I'll drop a link in here, Crystal. Actually, I'll put the link right there with you, Crystal, so you can find it easier. There's one. What was it? Is that the fight night, or is that I can't remember which one I dropped in there. 27795. That's the wrong one. I'll put them both in there for you, Crystal. No worries, you're welcome. Curtis, is Dive Bar still around? Nah, dog. Dive Bar went on a. I think it's Live Bar now. Different owners, different everything. Mark was awesome. I should give him a call one day just to say thank you for all the help that he gave us. When you want to talk about people who made a serious impact on this community and this city, I think one of the people that most people will not mention just because they're not aware of is Mark from Dive Bar. You know, he really let us do a lot when he didn't have to. It all started with him letting us set up during Art Walk, and then we started having GAM nights there. That's when we started doing like the Sing Star stuff and like the karaoke battles. And then from there, he let us have like our own arcade cabinets like set up there all the time. So it was one of the few first bars in town, I think, that had that kind of like arcade scene around it. Then Tiger started doing arcade jacks there. And then he allowed the same thing to happen at his other bar, Mark's. So, I mean, when you look back at... You now look at this like arcade bar scene and nightlife culture scene around gaming, at least around the nerd community here in Jacksonville. Yes, it was done at other times before and to various capacities. But I don't, and even Tiger did it before. He was doing it at a few places. Like he would float around from place to place. But I don't think anybody did it consistently like how Mark allowed the community to do it. And he encouraged the community to do it. And he even asked us and Tiger to do it more often. And I think it was one of those places that a lot of us came together at before the scene became what it is now. Like this is before Cliff took over at Chicago Pizza and started transforming it into GLHF. This is before, I think that's where we met Quinn, or through that we met Quinn Spencer. That's when he opened Birdhouse. After he opened Birdhouse, that's when we told Steve and Rock Band Nights, hey, we know this guy, we'll vouch for you. You could do, yeah, because we did the Final Fantasy after party there at Birdhouse. But all that kind of started with Mark from Dive Bar and Mark's. And now you see everybody else under the sun will allow to have gamers set up at their businesses and establishments. What I'm hoping will happen over time is that gamers, the economy of things still hasn't quite been figured out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. And it's too often, and this doesn't just exist within the gaming scene and the nerd scene. Most niches and communities have this problem where they think just by the nature of being present, that warrants the ability for that community to be there and exist at a business without making an economic contribution. Hold on a second. Tobago, don't do that. Tobago, stop cutting through the universe. Hold on, I'll be right back. Tobago, what are you doing? Tobago, you want a treat? You want a treat? See if he'll show up. Tobago! Treat! There he is. And he's gone. Did the music stop? Or am I messing with the wrong headset? That's weird. Can y'all still hear me? Check, check. Mic check. Oh, my EQ is all messed up. I think that works. Jenna says, why's it gotta be on Sundays? Boo. So actually, that's part of it. So for this to work, I would expect, so most bars especially, they're not gonna allow something weird and different happen during a time where they're already making money. It's got to happen on like the. It's a weird predicament. It's got to happen when there's not a. It can't impact the crowd that already shows up. And until it makes business sense to put it on a night that's busier, it's got to stay on the slow night, which is typically like a Sunday or like a Tuesday. So yeah. It's probably gonna have to be Sunday until it becomes a bigger event, until there's a bigger draw. And that, in essence, is the dilemma. That's what frequently happens. They're like, oh, well, I'm gonna bring these people. It's like, yeah, but if you bring people on a Friday night, I already got my Friday night regulars. You're just gonna scare them off. You know? Thomas says, thanks, Mark from Dive Bar. Everyone else is very true. AKA, spend your monies. Gotta spend your money. If you don't spend your money, then why are you there? You're putting a business out of business by taking up space and not buying anything. Oh, we do have music? Okay, hear me in music. Thank you guys. It sounded weird. If you go to a business and you say that you support it and you love it and you like the people there and you don't buy shit, then you're not supporting it, you're hurting it. Unless you're one of those people that's bringing in a bunch of other people to spend money, you're hurting it. Even I spend money. When I go to like those places, like when we would do events like at like Aardwolf, when we do meetups at Aardwolf, I paid for my own tab. You know? Don't get me wrong, I still accept a free drink. But I would still pay. I would still contribute money to it. I'm too old to go out on Sundays too, Jenna. I want to be home by 5 o'clock so I can eat my Piccadilly. Curse says, the only place I ever even knew with the nightlife and arcade and pinball games was GLHF. Other than that, I didn't really hear about any other places. Case in point, that's exactly what I'm saying. Is that before, like, people... This is a very difficult concept, or not concept, this is very difficult for people to visualize who haven't done it or haven't lived through it before, like many things in life. So the current scene, where like we know about Keg and Coin, we know about Leaderboard. Hey, they're up right now. Go to Leaderboard. Leaderboard's great. Even Video Game Rescue. These places exist because now they flourish because there are communities supporting it, there are customers supporting it. There is a culture that supports it. So now there's an actual economic cycle. There's an economy around nerd culture here in Jacksonville. Now, how did that come to be? Through the sweat and blood of all these other people from before. Like, Leaderboard wasn't just able to open and be successful because they just decided to open. Cliff put in a lot of work. Cliff, Taya, and the whole crew put in a lot of work at GLHF. And GLHF did so well because as soon as they opened, the whole community was already there. I remember seeing that Cliff was going to be... I used to work with Cliff when he was with Chicago Pizza. I knew his dad and did business with him. when I saw that he was doing the gaming thing with Chicago Pizza downtown, I hit him up. And then I said, hey, Cliff, you should meet these guys. And that's when I introduced Ryan Bonifant and the FGC to GLHF. So it's like the community that was already there. It's like, okay, now here's where you go now. And who carried that community? Especially the FGC? Before, and this is where I have to know my history. Tiger was around before, carrying the FGC for the longest time. He built that community up and helped it flourish. He was the one making the sacrifice year after year. And now you go from that to all these other things that are going on around town where nerds are able to like flourish. Remember, we would all meet up for our monthlies for art walk, and then GAM purposefully was constructed in a way that appealed to not just gamers, not just if you were a casual gamer, or if you were someone who just enjoyed art or a good time, you would enjoy GAM. So it's a very difficult balance. But then it started intermingling people and expanding what was our perceived, like it used to be where, haha, I made y'all look. Used to be that these were the nerds, this tiny little segment. And then we started expanding what could be defined as a nerd and what defined as a gamer. And then so when all these other businesses start popping up, people are like, oh yeah, now we can go here. Now we can go here. Now we can go here. And we cannot feel judged. We can feel accepted. It just boom, 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 boom. So it keeps building out and building out. There's a plan. There was a plan. Check the videos. Check my interviews from years ago. I've been saying this shit for 8 years, son! Jenna says, I work across the street from Piccadilly. Oh, do you really, Jenna? I'm gonna hit you up next time I go to that Piccadilly. The one on University, right? I like getting the veggie plate. But yeah, Dive Bar and Marks, in my mind, was a serious contributor to this community growing. And I say that from the acceptance of outside of the gaming community, of what was traditionally perceived as the gaming community, accepting and growing our community. I think there are plenty of other people that kept it going, like oh my god, Briggs and Tiger are awesome people that kept those communities alive and flourishing. So kind of like I would say almost like an underground perspective. I think then it was like truly grassroots. But again, gotta know your history, gotta know. And if you don't know what people were, what history, if you don't know the past, you're gonna repeat the past problems. And you can't learn from it. You can't repeat the successes. You're just kind of stumbling into stuff. I still remember to this day when we started GAM, people were like, you can't have nerds and drinking. You have gamers and drinking. It's not gonna work. Let's see, Curtis, I do love Leaderboard. I was just up there Saturday. This is pretty close to where I live at. Their loaded tots are pretty good. I wish Cliff would bring back those big ass chicken tenders that they had. Tell them that you want to bring it back. Tell them that you'll pay for it. And then get other people to pay for it too. Again, I'm sure that's an economy thing. Big chicken tenders tend to cost more money. People tend not to want to spend the money on it. The loaded tots are good though. I need to hit up Leaderboard soon. Are there any other events coming up that y'all want to talk about, that you want to plug? Carcraft Vodka! I gotta go, man! I gotta go there! I gotta fucking go! I can't wait to go to that place. Manifest Distillery? Morales, let me know when you're gonna go hit up the Manifest Distillery, and I'll go right after you leave. So let me know. Let's do that. Villa Dream, their pizza is really good. At least I think it is. A leaderboard? Yeah. I like their pizza. I have Renzo make my pizza though, so it's special. I forgot how we got involved with Carvecraft vodka. How the hell did that happen? Is it just because I was such a drunk drinking vodka all the time? Yeah, you know what? Okay, I do remember. I drank a lot of vodka. And then, there was a time we were getting a lot of sponsorships from vodka people for a while. I remember we were sponsored by Ivanovich Vodka, and they gave me enough vodka to last like, I think it was like an additional 2 years. People would come by my place and they would just like take bottles with them. And then, Southern Spirits. Thanks for the sex, Villa Dream. Man, Villa Dream, you always give me the best sex. And then I think Southern Spirits sponsored us for a while. Then I had a lot of vodka and Crown. And I saw that this Carvecraft vodka popped up. And it was from Jacksonville. And I was like, oh shit, there's a vodka thing here in Jacksonville? So I kept trying to hit him up. And, ah, shit. Alright, so this is a true embarrassing story. Some of y'all know this. So, the Carvecraft vodka guy, Paul. I hit up Paul, and it was when he found out that we were doing the anime show, when he saw the Dragon Ball stuff. He was like, oh, word, like, I love Dragon Ball. And I went to go visit him, and we started talking. He's like a gamer for real. Like, he was talking about playing all kinds of shit. And I hooked him up with some stuff. And we found out that he was really, really close friends with one of my old co-workers / friends, Nick. I'll call him Nicky O. And Paul, I told him, I was like, wait, you know Nicky O? And he's like, yeah, how do you know Nicky? And I was like, we used to work together. And I was like, there was this one time where I scared his fiance or wife. And he's like, wait, what? I was like, so I was really drunk one night and I was trying to check on like a friend's cat. And I kept knocking on the door and I'm like, Katie, I can't, these keys don't work. And Katie's yelling at me. And I'm like, Katie, why are you yelling at me? Why don't you feed the cat yourself if you're home? Why are you asking me to feed this cat if you're home? And Katie's yelling at me. Like, you know, just leave. Like, don't stop knocking on my door. Just leave me alone. I'm like, fine! And then I leave. And then the next week, next Monday, I go to work. And we're all hanging around talking. I'm talking to Nicky O. And I'm like, hey, what's going on? How was your weekend? He was like, it was good, but it was crazy. And I'm like, what? Like, what happened? He's like, man, you won't, like, it was the weirdest thing. So, like, I think some guy was trying to break in and, like, assault Lauren. It was the middle of the night. This guy was just, like, kept on knocking on her door trying to break in. And I was like, wait, what? Where does Lauren live? And he's like, oh, she lives at so-and-so. And I was like, oh, my bad. Did I do that? And then Paul was like, wait, you were the guy trying to break into Nicky O and Lauren's apartment? And I'm like, man, I was drunk. I didn't know. I went one story above by accident and I was knocking on the wrong door. That makes so much sense now. So I didn't understand how Katie was there when she was saying she wasn't going to be there. So that's how I got to know the Carvecraft vodka guy, Paul. And he's awesome. He supports this community 1,000,000%. So yes, my drunkenness was a key determining factor in the Carvecraft vodka relationship. And I'm glad they didn't call the police on me. What you got here, Dalton? Oh, right. Alright, Dalton's talking about the original North Florida pop-up toy show sponsored by Toy Masters and Retro-Rama Collectibles. Now, I don't know much about this event, so I don't know what they're doing in terms of safety or... Trying to see if they're... Have you been to this recently, Dalton? Like, are they enforcing masks? Are they spacing stuff out? Are they taping things off? I know what it's like at that Ramada Conference Center, and it can get packed pretty quickly. And I don't mean to be the wet blanket, but this is my thought process and how I approach things. And I don't want to vouch for... I'm not vouching for this, by the way. I'm not vouching for this event. Dalton just threw us this link. I can't vouch for something I don't know too much about. I'm gonna look for Dalton's comments. Maybe he can enlighten me some. Curtis, the only other event I know about is a sporting event. That's it. Again, don't care about them sports. Dalton says I have, and it's pretty fun. Yeah, but aside from the fun, like I want to know from like a safety perspective, like what it looks like, just to inform the other people. I would imagine though, there's probably not going to be too many people here, so you probably could at least keep your distance. This is the problem, or this is some of the questioning I went through with a lot of people during COVID when they wanted to do events and stuff with us. I was like, well, what kind of staff do you have there for cleaning and for sanitation? Do you have additional masks for attendees? What's your protocol if people don't have masks? And a lot of companies didn't want to step up in that. So we said, nope, ain't doing it. Dalton says, I have no idea. I think this is the first thing I've been to since 2019. Gotcha. Well, if you're into toys and collectibles, this might be the event for you. Just please be safe. Be cautious. We are not out of the woods yet. See, regular show hours from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. are free admission and free parking. Yeesh. That's a red flag to me. I question that. Pay $10 to get in early, but everything, if you want to go any other time, it's free. That's a red flag to me, because right now I understand from a business perspective when you get people to show up and you want to make your vendors happy. That's good. They're looking out for the vendors in terms of trying to make sure that there are people showing up to buy stuff. But also says to me, well, shit, if they're going to make it free, then they're just saying, bring it all in. We're not doing any kind of caps. I don't see anything mentioned of, like, surveying lines. Trying to find more information on it, but we're just in, like, a loop. So, yeah, be cautious. Be aware. Be aware. That's all I ask. That's all I ask. Be aware and be safe and look out for one another. Curtis says, other than that, I don't know anything else. I'm just left in the dark when it comes down to a lot of events. I mean, that's how it is for most of us, so I don't think it's any different from anybody else. You gotta look for it and you gotta find it. I used to hear complaints like that all the time growing up. People are like, there's nothing to do in Jacksonville. I'm like, motherfucker, that means you're not looking. It used to be, I remember hearing that all the time, and then it's like, well, do you look in the Folio Weekly? Because they have literally like 50, 60 events every week documented. So I think it's the same in Jackson. Now, find what nerd events, of course, is much more difficult. But I think what I'm trying to say is that the responsibility falls on us to find out what's going on. You can't just expect for life to drop it in your lap. Crystal Knowles says, "Hi, Jazz Kaz!" Or, "Hi, J Kaz!" And J Kaz says, "Hi, Crystal Knowles!" This is exactly what those people sound like every day. J Kaz, I think Crystal wanted you to look at the night parade going on at Rain Doggies and the hippity hop fighting after daytimes happening Sunday. I guess this one already happened. That's over. I think they do this as on a regular basis. Here's what it looked like. Look, there's the hippity hops and the fighting, and then here's the arts with the paints and the pizzazz. I hate using Instagram on desktop. He was gonna get me more pictures of the art stuff. Crystal says, "You will like this community, Jake has." Jake has says, "I need to get my game back up to hen." To hen. And then Crystal says, "Yeah, I couldn't invite him to the first one. Is it every week at Rain Dogs?" I think the gaming thing I think is every week. Actually, it looks pretty dope. Let me just bring up the background. So that's what it looks like for the game nights. It's in the back room. I would say like the performance room of Rain Dogs. Do beware, Rain Dogs. This is more of a Ryan problem. Rain Dogs serves beer and wine only, no liquor. That's typically not a problem for anybody except for me, because I'm a drunk. But they do have good beer there. I'm a liquor drinker, so usually I get drunk someplace else and then stumble into the beer place. But yeah, they did a lot of work on the arts, and they've got like a projector and stuff now, main screen setups, they're streaming. So I think that's a weekly. Actually, let's do this. You can find them. Let's find them on Facebook. Pache Boo. There you go. And hey, I'll let just for the people who are white and are scared of minorities. There's white people in this thing too. One of the guys running it's white. Sorry, I gotta say it. I know how people are. I keeps it real. Tell you the real shit. I'm aware of reality. But yes, it's a diverse group. There's browns, blacks, whites, Asians, Latinos, folks, Latinx. Thank you for liking the stream, Crystal. J Kaz, need to find my gaming shoes? Yo, if you got some gaming shoes, that's pretty dope. That's all I gotta say. Crystal says, I was just at Rain Dogs on Friday. Didn't know about the back room. The back room's awesome, Crystal. So actually, it's way better. It used to be where it was like this big empty room. Hot, sweaty. I remember sometimes they eventually just brought in like a fan, or like there was like an ice machine in there. And that's where they would do a lot of their musical performances. But it has changed so much over the years. Like the way it's done now, where it's like complete, where there's art murals all over the place, the projection screen, actual seating and stuff. It looks like it's such a humongous upgrade from when I used to go. So I'm interested in checking it out. To me, that says volumes when people are willing to put that much work into a space to improve the quality of it for everybody. That to me says a lot. It says that people care. And I think that's important. Curtis says, I always thought all bars sold just about everything when it comes down to alcohol. Now, the liquor license Shit, it's been a while. I'm trying to remember. I think a liquor license is like around 250K, 250,000. Beer and wine license is like $150 or $1,000, somewhere in that range. And then it changes depending on how much food you serve and whatnot. So yeah, big. That's why you see so many more beer and wine places than just like a liquor bar. Thanks for following, J-Cast. I hope I see your shoes. Not that I'm into feet pics. Subscribe to my OnlyFans. J-Cast, you thought wrong, son! What blows my mind in Jack's is that everything closes at 2 a.m. So there's a few places that stay open after 2 a.m. It's kind of like off the books. I don't know if I should say any of that on stream. Eesh. If you look around hard enough, there's a few places that stay open after 2 a.m. and they'll close the doors. There's been quite a few speakeasy places I've seen closed down during COVID. There was this one place off Phillips and Bay Meadows that I was pretty sure was doing kind of like an illegal speakeasy that had a shooting just a few weeks ago. Yeah, they're around. Yeah, Jacksonville's been very weird about the whole 2 a.m. thing. I know like the beaches had a thing where they were closing at midnight for a while. Jay, only if you follow my OnlyFans, we'll trade. Follow for follow, Jay. Christy, no don't. I won't. I don't think it's a good idea. Like those places, typically bad things happen later in the night it gets. Even this is coming from somebody who loves being a night owl and loves partying, or used to love partying, like super looking for adventures late at night. Thanks for David Chapman. Thanks for sharing. But I would not. Jacksonville doesn't have enough of a supporting infrastructure for that, for it to be safe. Sheldon, real talk. When is the next Scam live event? I don't know. Hold on. Morales, good night, Gam fam. Ryan, don't only forget to pin a link for your OnlyFeed account. All right, posting later on this week. I'll post a link to my OnlyFeed account. I don't know, Sheldon. I'll be real with you. I do have one thing planned right now. It is not a typical. It is not a GAM event per se. It is a get together, if you will. It will involve more so the art side of things. I'm trying to think what I can and can't say right now. I would be open to doing like a monthly meetup style, like a smaller event sometime soon. Maybe I'll put something together in July or something, you know. That's in terms of getting people together. Things for me have changed a lot. Not just in terms of COVID, but a lot of things in my personal life have changed. Losing my mom was a huge chunk of who I am and a lot of what GAM was. And I've just gotten older. So my goals and what I would like to achieve with the community, with the city, with my neighborhood, it's definitely changed. But that's something, and you can go back and find tons of interviews where I've said this on the record. GAM is always changing, because GAM is, it's creative people, it's artists and creatives first. Like that's the mentality of it. And artists and creative people change. They grow. Got different things to say. Remember GAM show was just one art event. It was just one art show. And then it was like, well, here's the second one. And then here's like, do you remember when GAM did Icons at Mosh? That was opening the door for all the other nerd events and happenings that happen at Mosh now. We put together that exhibit, and then we started doing other events with Mosh. And then you've seen other kind of like communities or different leaders doing events at Mosh. I want to keep doing that and making sure that we're breaking down the doors so that other people can run through them and that we all kind of continue to grow, become better people. I want us to become better people. But I also know that I also want people to get together because there's a huge value emotionally, ethically, from a perspective of growth, to meet other people and be able to share experiences. I can give specifics soon. I can't just yet, but at least I'm trying to at least let you know my intentions. Let's see. Sheldon, I'm down for whatever. You still have my stuff. I do still have your stuff. I know exactly where it is too, so you don't worry about it, buddy. Anytime you want it, just for real, let me know. I know exactly where it is. I see it fairly often, so you're fine. You're fine. JCast, don't get older. It's bad news, I hear. It's man. Since this stream started, I aged 5 years. I'm 89 now. David Chapman, GAM potluck. I'll cook. That was actually the last GAM event that was supposed to happen. We canceled the GAM potluck right before COVID happened. So maybe that's what we should start back with. I don't know. But yeah, we canceled so many events. Here, I'll give y'all. Here he is. Here, all right. If you want to tag any of your other friends who want some GAM secrets, now's the time to tag them or let them know or share the video with them. Because I'll tell y'all some shit right now. The things that we were supposed to do with GAM that we canceled. I'll probably do an official stream about this at some point, but I'll tell y'all now. Let's see. Here's one of the biggest things. Okay, well, one, obviously we canceled Gladiators. That was gonna happen last year. Obviously we canceled the GAM show last year. I'm just not gonna tell y'all the theme. We had a huge partnership with UNF lined up to expand Gladiators to way bigger than what we had previously at the Schultz. It was gonna be awesome. How many of you guys went to the toy event at Mosh? Any of you guys go check out the toy event at Mosh Toypedia? I'm assuming people are saying, yeah, we went to the toy event. So originally the toy event was going to be a GAM event. And it was going to be a New Year's Eve party. Crystal Knoll says, I'd be down for a GAM potluck. J-Cast didn't even know there was a thing. It was like way back. It was way back. Curse didn't go to the toy event? Man, it's pretty hype. It's a great exhibit. But yeah, the Toypedia, we were gonna have a GAM New Year's Eve party at Mosh for Toypedia. And so you could have all dressed up and had a costume contest around 80s and 90s themed toys. On the river, fireworks extravaganza, because they do the fireworks for New Year's, and we would have been right there. Tons of, it's going to work out. So food and drinks would have been included in your ticket price. Would have been more expensive tickets, but it's New Year's Eve. So it probably would have been like around 100, 150 bucks a ticket for fireworks on the river, giant toys, cosplay contest for that, costume party, dress up, free champagne at midnight, tons of food, and we probably would have had like one bar for well drinks and another bar for premium, depending on what ticket price you would have paid at. That is what you would have got last year for your New Year's Eve party if it wasn't for COVID. And then there were even talks of doing it at limited capacity, but we all decided no, it's not a good idea. Not at the time. In December, it was still too tricky. Sheldon, Gam Lumpia and Pan. Oh, dang. Gam Lumpia, freak out. I need to be there. Shit, I'm not working that event. Someone else has got to work it. I'm just going to go eat. I think we can do a Gam potluck still, but again, we need to wait for COVID to be a complete non-issue, because now we're dealing with people eating and the sanitation like required for that. Especially, I know how y'all are. Some of you would be great, but some of y'all turn into straight animals when it comes to open arrays of food, and y'all are just gonna eat like fucking animals. So, not while COVID is still an issue. Jake has, I totally would have dressed as Jade from MK. See? It would have been hype. It would have been something where it would have made sense. Because you want to get dressed up for New Year's. And how dope would it have like an 80s, 90s dress up party for New Year's? And have these giant toys all around you. And be right there on the river. Fireworks. Dun, 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 dun. It would have been awesome. Let's see. David says, make sure to hit me up post stream sometime. I have games you might want to play. Ooh. Ooh, thank you, David. I'm almost done with Returnal. I'm on the... I just need one more crest. And I can get back to playing other games, David. Curtis, would have been a buffet style setup? Yeah, I would have paid for $150 for my first New Year's Eve party. Yeah, it would have been... I would have liked to do buffet style. I'm sure, you know, actually, it can't, it would have been some version of buffet style. But it would, yes, it would have been all you can eat in terms of that. Yeah. It most likely would have been all you can eat. The drinks definitely would have been all you could, definitely would have been all you can drink. That part was definitely worked out. Firestone Tire. Kristen Knowles, any GAM love events? Actually, so I decided even before COVID that we weren't going to do any more GAM love events. Like the last GAM love night was the last GAM love night. And the reason for that, it was a successful event in terms of like attendance and financially and all that kinds of stuff. I really didn't like what I saw from people around that event. To other people who have heard me talk about this before, I always say it's very much like the story of Chappelle. When he says like, no, you know what? I heard the wrong kind of laugh. And that's why I didn't want to do this. I started wondering about whether or not to do the show anymore. JCats, what's the GAM love event? GAM love events were usually we would do them around Valentine's Day. We would have a GAM love night. And so it was a special Valentine's event for like singles and couples and all kinds of stuff like that. And it was to focus on love. And I really didn't like what I saw over the past, I want to say the last event in particular, but it was like a progression. And the thirst just kept growing and growing, which I didn't like that. I didn't like seeing bad behavior. I didn't like seeing the thirsty behavior from, I'll say, the male side. At least the men that I was interacting with, I didn't like that at all. There were people showing up that were solely, and that's part of, I guess, what a love night and Valentine's Day is like just looking to find somebody to hook up with. But the way that they were talking about it, that's what really bothered me. It wasn't that the people were looking for love. So people were looking for a hookup, which in itself is fine. But the way they would talk about it, I was like, man, you're talking like you see other people as less. And I couldn't stand seeing that. And then some of the things that people, it was an entitlement thing too. Like people were putting the blame on me and others for things that were outside of our control. Like somebody got upset because their friends ditched them. And they're like, yeah, you know, I'm having a horrible time and this is blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, what the fuck does that got to do with your friends ditched you? What did you do to make them ditch you? That's got nothing to do with me. There were just so many of the complications. Just people took a little bit of my heart that night in terms of what I wanted to achieve. Like I wanted to create this positive, inclusive, full of love style event. Like I wanted to be nothing but positive. And I think for most people it was, but for enough people, I think society has changed a little bit, and I think it's part of the pendulum swinging back and forth. I just did not like what I saw, and I felt like I was perpetuating some of the behavior, so I just didn't want to do it anymore. I was like, and until I figured, like, it was like the third time trying to do this event. We got it down to where it's a much better event financially. It was running better. Definitely needed more space. Like I heard that complaint, and I agree with you completely. But wasn't worth. To me, it wasn't worth. One of the things that I've told people during COVID, and this even happened just like a few weeks ago. I'm done dancing with the devil to accomplish things. And somebody told me, she was like, yeah, but you know, when you dance with the devil a little bit, you can then get the money to do the things that you want to do and do those positive things and help do the good you want to make. And I'm like, yeah, but it's not worth it. It's like every time I dance with the devil, the cost is a little piece of my soul, and I don't get that back. It's like, it's not worth the money, and it's not worth saying, okay, I gave up this little chunk of me so I could do this other stuff. I'd rather just take longer to do the good stuff I want to do, because it takes too big a toll. Crystal says, that's sad news to hear, especially from our community. It is, and it wasn't just our community. Like there were other people from outside the community coming in because of the nature of the event. Like I was meeting people that were new, that didn't even know anything about GAM or anything. Like they just knew that this event had like, oh, well, I'm looking for like some hot nerd girls or hot cosplayers and blah, blah, blah. And like that, it just made me cringe. I was like, oh, am I making something now that's enabling this type of person to find what they're looking for? Or that even like perpetuates that thought process? I don't like that. I don't want to do that. Like that really bothered me. So I don't put it all, like, a lot of it came from people who weren't part of this community. So I do need to make that very clear. Some of it was, but the majority of it, that type of behavior was from outside of our, at least that I witnessed from, was predominantly from outside of our community. Renzo, I was looking for Anna. We all looking for Anna, Renzo. Because she's such a wonderful person. Dang, that's a lot of games, David. I can't play all those games. Ooh, Mech Warrior. Christy, how dare you, Ryan, make their friends ditch them by having an event? I gave them their money back. I was like, I will give you your money back gladly. Just stop blaming me for shit. Judith, were they looking for a matchmaking service? That's what it sounds like. A lot of them are. A lot of people were looking for a matchmaking. A lot of the single people were looking for a matchmaking service. I heard a lot of single people complain. They're like, well, why? There's a lot of stuff for couples. I'm like, well, what the fuck you want me to do about that? Like, that's what half of this event is for. It's for people who are already a couple. People who are like, it's Valentine's Day. This is an opportunity if you know somebody that you would like to take things to another level. You would like to be romantically involved with somebody. this is your time to do it. You don't have to. You can go to an event like this with a friend, but hey, you know, it's like being mad at someone who's like, damn, why all these people got to be in costumes on Halloween? Well, shit, I mean, you don't have to go to a Halloween party in a costume, but you know, if you want to go to a party in a costume, this is kind of like the time you got an excuse to do it. So, you know, don't have to, but you can. JCast, I had a problem with some weird behind it. Renzo, I danced with video games and now I've lost everything. I didn't know you could dance, Renzo. I thought you danced through the ceiling. David says, the devil plays the long game and eats you piece by... Damn, man, David's dropping some freaking bombs. I like that. The devil plays the long game and eats you piece by piece. Is that a quote from something? That's deep. That's like the marinara trench. I'll eat that with a slice of pizza and like a cheese stick. That's good. Christy says, doing good should not make you feel worse. Thank you, Christy. That's where... That's kind of like the crossroads that I've come to. You know, there was a point in time, and the team heard this a lot, that I would pretty much do anything to enable the team and the community to get things done. Like everybody would joke about, hey, I'm the Firefest guy. And Ryan's ready to go suck some more dick to make this happen. And it just got to, you know, during COVID, it resonated a lot within me that I'm tired of dancing with the devil when people were asking me to do stuff that was to the detriment of other people. People were asking me to do stuff even after explaining my own situation and weren't giving a fuck about my family. They weren't giving a fuck about my dad. They weren't giving a fuck about the community. They just wanted money. And that just kind of put me at this point where it's like, you know what? I don't need this. I'll find another way. It's not worth the price. Crystal says, understood. I didn't realize all of that. Good to know. It's, you know, it's one of those behind the scenes things. Like it's not, and you know what? I'll even concede to this. I'm a sensitive person. I'm a sensey. That's what my mom used to say. I was like, but and I'm definitely like an artist first. So like creativity and emotions and how people feel and all that's very big to me. So when things like that, and this is what makes me a horrible business person. Because business decisions have always been GAM's problem. I want to do things that pay off emotionally for people. That are kind of like food for the soul type stuff, which is typically kind of counterproductive to stuff for the bank account. Sometimes it makes me the bad guy, but that's okay. I'll tell people no all the time if an idea doesn't work creatively. That makes me a bad guy a lot of times. But I it's in the interest of making the best thing for the group, and that's gonna feed people from the level of like emotions, soul, ethics, memories, moments. That's what I want to create something greater towards. But Christy says, I still have my button from that event too. Aw. Send me a picture of it. I don't even know if I have any more buttons to that. J Cash, you don't find a date on B-Day. It's before. No, that's true. Like that, you don't know. There were so many dudes showing. Like I remember a conversation with one guy specifically, and he was telling me that he just went through a divorce, and there's like, yeah, you know, I was looking through Facebook and I saw this event pop up, and like I live right here around Southside Gate Parkway. And I was like, bro, I'm gonna go here. I'll find like some hot nerd chick, you know, fuck her, and then like have a good Valentine's Day. And I was like, I don't think it's that kind of deal here. I was like, thank you for coming, but that's not really. This is very much a community type of thing. So that type of I understand what you're going through, but that kind of philosophy isn't really shared here. So, oh no, that's cool, man. I get it. And I'm like thinking, no, you don't. Like the fact that you even say that to me, and I'm a total stranger, like that just bothers me to no end. Gobble gobble. Renzo said, all I did is ask if you wanted to watch Army of the Dead. Jeez. Oh man, Renzo, eventually I'll watch something over there with you. Jenna, men are gross. It wasn't just the men though. The sleaziness came from predominantly men. The complaints like, oh my god, my friends left me and now I'm upset and blah blah blah. That came from like the women's side. So it's like I can't even just I can't hear the things that gave me displeasure to one or the other. I was just like, I don't know. So that's why Love Night got kind of, in my mind, I was like, okay, this is it. We're done doing this. Gam is full of jokes. And, you know, we talk a lot of shit. But the shit talking and the jokes are all made with love. You know, it's I always Gam was based a lot off of my family and my group of friends, and we were very Gran Torino style in terms of like we talk a lot of trash, but it's because we love one another. And seeing what I saw during Love Night was like, this isn't part of what this is supposed to be. This isn't part of that mentality or philosophy. And I don't want to spend every event being on a soapbox trying to emotionally condition and conduct behavior management on masses of people. Like that's, I know that it's like a joke, but I don't want to be a cult leader. That's what a cult leader does. Gam is not a cult, I know. But, so I was like, no, we're not doing this anymore. Which sucks, because I've got a ton of Valentine's Day maybe I should sell my Valentine's Day supplies or just give them away. If I find the right person who wants to do like a Valentine's Day event, I'll just give them my Valentine's Day decorations and whatnot. I'd rather go to somebody else who's going to do something good with it. Jenna, especially the ones outside the nerd scene. Am I gross, Jenna? Look, I'm the one that's anti this, and I'm a man. Let's not stereotype a gender of being gross, Jenna. Christy says, fuck you, love. Christy, cult, con, pick one, Ryan. I'd rather for Gam to be a cult than a con, because at least I've got a history there. I'm part Guyanese, so like the Jim Jones massacre and the Kool-Aid stuff. I can look back to that and repeat it. Kill myself. Let's see. Renzo, sell you son of a bitch. As I said, I'm a bad business person, Renzo. I would rather it go... If there's somebody else who could do something good and this would give them an advantage, not an advantage, but a leg up and opportunity and make it easier for them to get to that goal, I would rather help that person than make a couple $100 off some decorations. Jenna, duh, you're the grossest. Thanks, Jenna. Armpit music. See, Renzo, god dang it, the music for music money for future Gam shows. Nah. The money will show up somewhere, Renzo. It'll be okay. I still got some AMC stock left. And you got some Dogecoin. We'll make it happen. Jay Kaz. Yes, get the Kool-Aid. It's all about that red Kool-Aid, Jay. All about that red Kool-Aid. Chrissy, Lemon Bar might buy them. Oh man, Lemon Bar. That was one of my first I did a mock-up website for them when I was in college. I'm surprised they even let me in. I think I was too young to drink, but I was doing a website for them. As a school project, wasn't like official or anything. Stonks! It's all about them stonks! I still have a few Gam Stonk shirts. I gotta do a count. Does anyone still want to buy Gam Stonk shirts? I have a few. I think I have like maybe 10 or 15 left. JCast to the moon! Renzo, my AMC is rocketing. I sold way too much of my AMC already. Still made money off it. But I wish I would have held longer. Renzo, definitely made way more than what I paid for AMC. I'm learning about call options now. So I'm trying to figure that out. I did a call option on biogenomics, which I'm really upset about because I originally had biogenomics. I bought in at like 50 cents. I think I sold like at $1.50, and now it's like at $5 a share. Judith, I need 2 more shirts. I will buy. No, y'all, just tell me what you need, Judith. Like you and Thomas support us all the time. Judith, if you need 2 more shirts, done. What do you need? Smalls? Get those kids decked out. Stomps! Let me see. Let me see. Show people what I'm talking about. Jam stomp! Renzo, I'm waiting at least a year for AMC. Waiting a year, I think, is too long. You know how taxes work, right? Like you don't get that high tax percentage. Oh wait, you just don't want tax on the gain. You want it as a gotcha. I thought you were talking about tax bracket. I think if you wait a year for AMC, you're gonna be. I mean, unless you paid like dirt cheap, maybe you paid like $1 for it or $2 or something like that. But I mean, I think it's gonna be back towards like $6 to $8 a year from now. I mean, they were in trouble before COVID. I know they don't have debt now, but I guarantee you they go back into debt. Especially the way that all the studios have a stranglehold over the content for the theaters. You know, Amazon's going to push in a whole different direction. They own MGM. Disney's going to push way more for plus subscriptions. Christy, did you check out G2A for game giveaways? Can you enlighten me on that, Christy? I'm not, sorry, my brain isn't picking up G2A. What is that? I feel like I should know that. Judith says medium, but I want to purchase them. 2 mediums? You're not buying them. Done. 2 mediums for Judith. Renzo, time to make the Secret Gam Patreon accounts and subscribe on Alright, I'm going to read Renzo's comment. Time to make the secret Patreon accounts and subscribe under Dixie Normus and Something Wong. Why? Do I have my Renzo pick still? This guy. Think you're so funny. Renzo, if it is, that's fine. I paid pennies on the dollar, to be honest. I would give it a second thought, because, for example, if you can sell it, whatever taxes you're going to pay on it, let's say you're going to pay taxes on $60 a share versus making the profit off of $10 a share. You're gonna come out way ahead on the $60 share sale. And then waiting around just so you don't have to pay the short gains tax. Christy, we talked about this. I'm sorry, Christy. I just can't remember. It's ringing like in the back of my head. Like I know what this is. G2A giveaway. G2A. Oh, cheap PC game CD keys. Okay. I honestly forgot what we said about this. Should I be buying keys from G2A to then do game giveaways? So, my brain's just like right now. JCast says, "Oh my god, I got nothing but I'm surrounded by assholes." Thank you, Christy. Let me check my messages real quick. Okay, yeah, okay. I remember the site now, but I forgot. What am I? Are you suggesting that I purchase from there to do game giveaways? Is that what you're saying? Or was G2A doing a game giveaway? I'm sorry, I'm trying to catch up. I actually have a whole bunch of games stocked up to give away right now. I think I have like the past year of Humble Bundle stuff. And I'm starting to reach out to gaming companies about a special project for later this year. It was for you when you wanted to do random game giveaways because... Oh, okay, thank you. You know what, shit. Let me bookmark this right now. Hold on, before I forget. I'm dragging this into my browser. My bookmarks folder. Hold on. Alright, there we go. Thank you, Christy. Yeah, I'm dumb. I'm sorry. Oh wait, leaderboard arcade games. We gotta talk about this. It's the last thing. Your favorite games at leaderboard. Let's see what y'all said. I'm gonna get rid of this chat box. I feel like it's just covering stuff up right now. Let's see what y'all said. Can I make it so it's just... There we go. Corey says his favorite game is I Know the Owner. Everybody's a damn comedian. And Mike says, but we actually do. So now I got two bums. And that's why I said that means you can pay double because you actually know the people. I hate when people say I know the owner. Although I know Corey's kidding. But I know Taya hates it too. And then Taya says, Corey trying to catch these hands I see. Renzo, Peggle 2. Peggle 2 is the bomb. Don't be joking about Peggle 2. Ed Broom talking about that Marvel vs. Capcom. Oh, that's Marvel vs. Street Fighter. Excuse me. Levi, another bum. I'm friends with Cliff. Why don't you pay your bill, Levi? Why don't you pay attention and be aware? The purveyors of this establishment have got kids. Levi just wants these kids to starve while he eats a pizza, playing games for free. I hope you enjoy that free pizza and games, Levi, as these two beautiful children die in poverty. Because you wanted to abuse the fact that you're friends with Cliff. Shame on you! Shame! Crystal, I love hidden object games. Is that an actual game there, Crystal? You saying you love hidden... Oh, wait, no. Peggle 2. I love hidden object games. I'm dumb. I get it now. Thank you, Crystal. I like this kind of games too, I'm not gonna lie. Renzo, we need that Taya pic full screen again? You're right. Let's see. Where is it? Where's Taya? There she is. There's Taya. Like that? Are we just talking about Taya now? What? Look at this. Look what kind of dastardly miscreant and prepubescent delinquent is this that doesn't wear matching socks on picture day? Look at this. You're not Punky Brewster. How do you expect us to take you seriously as the owner, the co-owner of an amazing establishment that we all love like Leaderboard, when probably over 10 years ago you couldn't even wear matching socks on a day where you knew your picture was going to be taken? You said, no, I don't care. I will not match my socks. I don't care about feet. I don't care about this photographer. That's what she said. That's what that means. Deplorable. Simply deplorable. Cam says, definitely, how many Dragon Balls can you eat before you pop? That's not a game. Not a game. Jessica May. Joust, a classic. Joust is always good. Amelia hasn't gone, but he gon' go. Because he found out they got Mortal Kombat 2. Oh, Mortal Kombat 1 and 2. From Leaderboard themselves saying it. Henry Steiner enjoys DDR. A bunch of y'all enjoy the dancing games. Y'all freak out trying to dance with another person. Someone's with a machine and a bar. Like a metal bar, not like a drinking bar. It's alright. Christopher Riggs, Marvel 2. Look at that. Teaching his children the way. Putting together a big man squad. Got Zangief there. That's how you do it right there. Fighting Cablé. Galaga, that's another good game. What is Mai Mai? Is that an actual game, Mai Mai? I just thought it was something like King of Fighters, like Mai Shiranui or something. Initial D, I'm surprised Renzo didn't drop in a D's nuts joke, but I think he helped get that game in there. Ju Beats. That's not one of those cool rhythm games, right? They're like the Cube or something. Pango. That was explained to me. DDR or Ju Beats. My is the big circle machine that looks like a washing machine. I don't think I know which one. Oh, okay. What's up, Will Renfro? What are you doing? Doing another game? Not that I can comment on. We're talking about a bunch of other like events and stuff that's happening in the community. Just trying to support and also make sure that people stay safe. Maybe one day. Maybe you'll do GAM, Will. Maybe you'll be the put together the next GAM show. I have something planned for later on this year, but it's definitely outside of what I... Different direction. Very different direction. I'm sure some people will be upset, some people will be happy. Definitely nothing that anyone's expecting. Will, I was at the first one, Will. My man. At the first one? Damn. At the museum? When it was just an art gallery, for the most part. Let me see. What do you get for that?
Oh, yay, David! Yay!
Oh, I'm trying just to get
Just
up
for you,
that
Will.
hill.
Thank you for your support all these years, Will. This is what makes Will infinitely better than Renzo. Although I think I probably stole food from Renzo at that game too. Yeah, you know what, Will? I think I still have. I might have a folder with some of your pictures. I think about it. Thank you so much, Will. I think I do. If I don't, and I'm just like confusing you, and you want to send me some pictures, I would love to see it. Renzo says fish don't fry in the kitchen. What? What? Okay. I'm not even reading Luke Valor's thing, so we don't joke about moms or Marvel vs. Capcom. Renzo, after all I've done, the drunken nights, all the games I've borrowed from you, the food I've stolen, all the storage facilities you've helped us move in and out of. Nah, Renzo, you're the best. You know that. Yep, you're working with Clara. Okay, yeah, it is your... Okay, I do have your pictures then. Yep. They have like a Clara folder and a Will folder. I was looking at it just the other day. Ah, thank you, Will. Man, that takes me back. Man, thank you, Will. Yep, Clara Coup. Clara's freaking awesome. I hope you're doing well, Will. What have you been up to? What are you doing now? Are you doing anything with photography still? Let's see, Curtis says Marvel Superheroes. That was 2 votes for Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Asteroids Deluxe. A lot of good games at leaderboard, but this is the best game. Let me just leave it like that. We'll just leave this up while we finish the stream. You sell blades? What? What kind of blades are you talking about? Like razor blades? Swords? Vampire hunters? What kind of blade are you selling? Or, yeah, vampire. Will, and marketing for construction companies. Huh. Check my profile, bro. Alright, let's check out Will's profile. Hold on, we gotta do this the GAM way. Let's check his profile out on the stream. Dang, Will, you got a good jawline, Will. Tell you what. Ooh, I help martial arts teachers fill their schools with students. Oh, man. Yo. Dang. Alright, this is nice. Those are sick. Every time I see these kind of sticks, it just makes me think of like Drunken Master. Oh, Kali stick fighting. "100% of people are searching for your school on Google. Here's how we can help." What kind of marketing do you do? Are you doing like SEO stuff? Are you making content? Are you influencer, media buys? What you doing? Sorry, Christy. I got brought into swords. Hold on. Please tell me some. Ah, I can't look at the content right now. Good night, Christy. I don't know if you were saying you were bored or just tired. Well, Britt, we'll go back to Taya. Will says, yeah, man, SEO, Facebook ads, pay-per-click websites. Oh, very cool, very cool. I'm very familiar with this life. I used to work at the Dalton Agency, like way back in the day. And worked for a few other like web agencies and companies throughout my times. Can I pick Taya's nose? There we go. Wait, there we go. Like that. Wait, there we go. Here, smell my finger, Taya. You played For Honor? I bought it. I haven't played it yet, though. I think there's a guy, Sully, I'm supposed to be playing For Honor with, but I've been so stuck on Returnal, I haven't had a chance to play it yet. Stop, Taya. Don't look at this. The chat's getting rowdy. You don't want to see what they're saying. If you would like to annoy Taya, go to Leaderboard Arcade. Actually, take a screenshot of this and then show it to Taya on your phone when you go to Leaderboard Arcade. That would be the best thing you could do. Yes, please do that. Take a screenshot and go to Leaderboard and show Taya. She won't give you a discount. But it'll be amusing. You'll have a story. What about... Oh, man, that's another one that's... I was just talking to someone about Senua or Senoa. It's like Senua's Curse or something, right? Damn, you're calling out all the games that are on my list right now. I think that one, or at least they're making a sequel that's Xbox exclusive, right? Curtis, or just tag her? Nah, that you can tag her too. But it's better when you catch her off guard, literally like at work, and be like, hey, here's a picture of you, and we were talking about you on stream. And she'll be like serving drinks, like, what the fucking Ryan? And then Cliff will be, ha ha! That baby boy got you!
Dad, I don't like people playing on my phone.
Will says, yes, man, it's insane. I'm definitely gonna play. I'm probably gonna play that on stream soon. It's like those two. Horizon Zero Dawn. I gotta finish that. And I've been playing a little bit of Bomberman lately, so I can jump in and out of that real quick. Looking to try Knockout City. And pretty much whatever David Chapman sends me, I need to play. Shit, and Guilty Gear. Guilty Gear Strive comes out tomorrow. I'm probably gonna get it. It's tough with fighting games because I came from the era when like you played all the time, like at the arcades and you know with my brother. So it was always like in-person competition day in day out. And so for me now to jump into a fighting game and not devote the time to it, it feels very. It's not as fulfilling. So I gotta decide what I'm gonna do with Guilty Gear. So let's make t-shirts. We can make some ghetto shirts. I'll get some iron-on transfers. Curtis, I guess a 2-hour walk up the leaderboard wouldn't hurt. Get that 2-hour walk in, Curtis. I went on a last story of the night. After I had that Blue Boys the other day, I went on like a 5.5 mile run. And around mile 4, that Blue Boys hit me in the gut. And oh my god, I had to take the biggest shit ever. But I still had like 1.5 miles to get back. And so I had to like duck waddle the rest of the way home. And then I was like clenching and trying to do like little steps, making sure. And then like every now and then, the coldest breeze in the world would like hit me and just cut through me. And then I'd feel like that turtle head poke out. And I pull it back in. Like, I gotta hold it. I gotta hold it. Like I was almost gonna cry. I was like, oh my god. Like I saw holes in the ground from people from where there was construction work or from like maybe a mole or a possum had dug into the dirt. And I was like, damn. Am I gonna have to take a shit in the middle of the fucking sidewalk or like off into this yard? Like it was too late. There weren't businesses open anymore. And I'm like, there's cameras everywhere now. If I take a crap in the yard, somebody's gonna have camera footage of me taking a dump along the sidewalk. I'm like, Ashley Larry, just huddled up. And then what am I gonna wipe it up with? There aren't exactly a lot of leaves around right now, like on the ground. And then I was thinking, what if I end up like pooping in my pants? Like if I end up taking a crap as I'm walking home, and then every now and then I'm like, maybe I'll start jogging so I get home faster. Like now if I jog, it's gonna fall out. If I take a crap in my pants, like, or outside of my pants, I'm gonna have like that doo-doo stuck to my butt the rest of the walk home. How weird is that gonna be, like running or walking with like the doo-doo stuck to my butt? Or am I, so I don't know. I made it, thank God. I haven't debated going over the fence once I got back to the apartment complex. I'm like, maybe I can cut through. Like, no, let's be real, you're not gonna be able to go over the fence. As soon as you start climbing that fence, it's just gonna fall right out of you. Villa Dream, I love Blue Boys. Just ate there a few days ago. Oh, hell yeah. So good, Villa Dream. So, Villa Dream, you're always getting points. You just got bonus points for eating the Blue Boys. Curtis, Blue Boys? Blue Boys is a Jacksonville tradition. Sandwiches are huge. And it's like the same people that I would see working. I grew up near the Arlington Blue Boys. And whoever bought it and kept the business going hired some of those people from the Arlington location. Which is really cool to see that it's like a legacy place now. Or generational. Like, I saw new, younger people working and the people who used to work there working there. But don't order on the website, because sometimes the website has issues. I would call in your orders if you're going to order through Blue Boys. Will, you got any more OG Gam swag left? I can look around. I can find some for you, Will. Will, message the page your address. Just message the page, no rush. I'm not going to look at it until tomorrow anyways. And next time I do like a Gam swag drop for like the Patreon supporters, I'll see if I can hook you up. I appreciate it. I remember you helping all those years ago. Little Renfro, pull a bridesmaid. I thought about bridesmaids and I wish I had a dress on. I literally was telling myself as I was walking home that, hey, women can hold their babies in while they're pregnant. You can hold this shit in your butt cheeks. You can do it. If they can hold it in a baby, you can hold in this doo-doo. That's what I kept telling myself. Hey, it's Taya, everybody. Everybody say hi, Taya. Hey, look, Taya, smell my finger. You smell that? I'm telling people to take pictures and show this to you at leaderboard. So, that's going to happen. Judith, time for diapers, old man. Yo, I had a full Blue Boy sandwich. I ate all 4 pieces and onion rings and a sweet tea. That's all I had to eat that day. Oh no, and then I drank like a Red Bull. That probably was like the biggest mistake. You add that to the mix, and I thought I was fine. Like, yeah, I'm running. I'm feeling good. My calf's not hurting. My knees aren't hurting. I got this. I can still go. I can still. Oh man. No. All right, it's time for me to start jogging back. Gotta start jogging. Okay, just gonna walk now. Just walk. Just think. People can do this while pregnant. People can hold it. I can hold this. I can do this. And I made it without pooping on myself. So in your face, Judith. Will, I had a lime green Zelda Gam shirt back in the day. It was badass. Oh, we don't have any more of those Zelda Legend of Gam shirts. Those are gone. I might have a Gam Adventure shirt, which is like when we went back to Zelda a second time. But yeah, the greens, those are super rare. There aren't too many of those. That's a rare shirt for real. That's super limited edition. Taya, borrow a dress from Renzo since he already has a bunch of mine. What? Next time I go running, I'll try to borrow one of Renzo's dresses. Next time I go running after eating Blue Boys, which I want to go back. Judith, what I'm hearing is denial. Man, Why you gotta call me out like that, Judith? Crystal Knolls, haven't had Blue Boys in years. So good. The one on Norwood is excellent. Still open. They took over. It was like a customer loved it so much. He wanted to keep it going and wanted to keep it going as one of those Jacksonville things. So he bought the business. Or I think him and his wife maybe bought the business. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, it's still the exact same breads. Like it tasted exactly the same. It felt so good. But still that long wait that Blue Boys is known for too. So order in advance. Those of you who have been to Blue Boys know you're gonna wait for a while. So call that order in advance. If you wait till you get there, you're looking at like 30, 45 minutes. Judith, accept it. Your life will be much easier. Well, now I'm starting to feel like I gotta poop now because of the way you're talking about it, Judith. Curses, that's a lie right there. I know this from personal experiences. Holding it in sucks. Oh, holding it in did suck, but I held it. I held that junk the whole time. I almost didn't. There were times when I thought, especially, you know how physics works. The closer you get to your destination, the more that your shit wants to drop out of you. Like the closer, so like as I got closer and closer to the apartment, like I could feel it, and then like it goes away for a little. It's like, okay, I'm gonna make this. Oh no, it's coming back, and then So, J Kaz, I just love the pink socks as well. J Kaz, I get the pink sock joke. See, Renzo, Taya hating because I got better style than her. Nobody's got better style than Taya. Look at that. Funky Brewster wannabe socks. Will says, Legend of Gam. Hell yeah, man. Yeah, that was a fun show. That was a great show. I love that. I remember that show. Well, I'll save the Legend of Gam stories for another time. But nobody thought we could get a forest, and we did it. David says, nah, son, I walk in and they call me up to the front of the line. What? Dang, that's baller. Yo, that is rocking some freaking clout. If you get called to the front of the line at Blue Boys? Yeah, but do they get your food ready that fast though? That's the question. I guess it depends on what you order too. If you get a cold sandwich, that gets made a lot faster. A lot of times I order a hot sandwich or like whether it's like the grilled chicken or like a pizza sub. Pizza sub definitely takes longer. Dominique says, hey. Curtis says, hi. Will says, tell them story. I gotta save the stories for another time. I'm trying to get more specific on the streams, and this one's already gone so off the rails. At least we stuck and covered what we were supposed to cover. That's a rare thing for Gam, just in its own. Like that's an accomplishment. But I'll do like a Legend of Gam story stream at some point. Talk about everything that happened there. Well, I gotta have like pictures and stuff ready to go. I got no pictures ready. No videos. There's so much to go with that event. I will say this, that event almost broke up my friendships with a lot of my longtime friends. Because that's when Gam shifted from us not knowing to what we were doing to not knowing what we were doing and doing it twice in a year. Dominic, what y'all talking about? Or just Dominic, what y'all talking about? We were talking about in-person events, then we were talking about me not pooping while running, and then we were talking about how Taya, everyone is going to take a screenshot of this and show it to Taya at leaderboard next time they go. For real, actually, you know what? I'm going to ask Taya if we can do a special. So I'm gonna do this again. Maybe every other week I'll do a stream just with like Taya's pickup here. And if people show up to the leaderboard, maybe like the first 10 people who show up with the pick, like get a free drink or something. I'm gonna ask her if she do. I'll pay her I will pay for maybe like 5 drinks. I'll pay for 5 drinks and leave a tab at leaderboard. And the first 5 people to show up and show this picture and be of age, and they have to buy a meal though. They have to buy a meal, because if I just say like, hey, this is gonna be a free drink, then some of y'all are just straight bums and are gonna go there like, oh, I'm just gonna go to leaderboard to get my free thing and then leave, and I'll be like, fuck you, you're the problem with keeping stuff open. You got to spend some money. I'll ask Taya and Cliff if we can do that. Free drink for the first 5 people who spend $20 and show this picture. Let's see. Jake has never pooped when running. It's the worst. That's what I was thinking, Jay. It's just going to be uncomfortable the whole rest of the time while I'm running back. Like, what if I ate something with like peanuts or something, and then like peanuts are stuck to my butt? That would have been gross. Dominique says, why you making me sound so ghetto? Renzo, I will order the most expensive drink. Jay Kaz, I'd order the cheapest. Look at that. Look at that, Renzo. Learn from Jay. Learn from Jay. Maybe I will ask them to make it a specific gam drink that goes with embarrassing her. Jay Kaz, guess I missed out on something. Who is she on the... This is the co-owner of Leaderboard. Taya, this is Cliff's wife. She frequently works the bar there at it's a family establishment. Her family owns it. Runs Leaderboard Arcade over there, Deep Orange Park. I would highly recommend going there, like an arcade bar / restaurant. Let's see. Dominique says, these people are going to think I sound like that. I hope so. Curtis, not $10 to spend for the free drink? Nah, $10 for a free liquor drink? Fuck that. Alcoholic drink, you'd probably spend like $8 to $10 on it as it is. I'm not gonna give you a free drink for only spending 10. You gotta work for it. Let's see. Will says, you on Xbox Live, man? Drop a gamer tag, dude. I think I'm Ryan 30 man, or maybe I'm Gam Ryan. Hold on, let me see. What do I got? Let me open up Game Pass and see. I think it'll tell me. Jkaz says, gosh, I don't think I've ever been. It's a really cool place. A lot of love there. I mean, it's family owned, family ran. A lot of people from the community work there and have supported it or been a part of like building it up. Good people. Like Renzo in the chat, he was literally helping to build stuff there when like they were opening. Yeah, I think I'm just Gam Ryan, GAAMRYAN on Xbox. Yep, I'm Gam Ryan. You'll see like a picture of a wolf howling at the moon. Curtis is like rum mixed with Coke and vodka. I don't know. Probably I'll ask him to make it like a blue drink. Gotta be something that's blue. Maybe like a Caraco mixed with something. I don't know. Renzo says, whoa, that was a perfect Dominique impression. Right? I thought it was pretty perfect too. I spelled her name correctly too. That's how Dominique's name is spelled. Dominic. It's all about family. Dominique says, no you didn't. And no that isn't. Renzo, you have both. Oh wait, Xbox, never mind. I want to say I have a GAM. I don't know if I have an I Love GAM Xbox account. But I'm almost never on Xbox. Well, but I am on Gamer Pass. I guess that counts. Will Reference. You can find Mr. Mr. Pecan Man. Mr. Pecan Man? Oh, I see you. Alright, let me see. I'm sending you a friend request right now. I want to follow you. How do I friend request you? Find friends. I'm like literally almost never on here. You can tell because I don't know what I'm doing. Oh dang, Crumbs is on here. Is following this? No, follow. Invite to party? No. I just want a friend request. I favorited. I don't know what I'm doing. I'll figure this out later. If you could, yeah, fine. If you know how to add me, you can add me. One day Dominic will learn to spell. Now I have a deep voice. I mean, not now. Your voice has always sounded like Dominique. Curtis, you still on this drink thing, man? Or Coke mixed with vodka, whiskey, and some Hennessy. That doesn't sound like a gam drink. I just told you it's going to be blue. You're putting every dark liquor in there. I'm just looking for the hardest drink. That's what she said. Yes, I'll spend $20 for the free drink. If you'll spend $20 for the free drink, hell yeah, do it, Curtis. I'm going to talk to them about doing it. I'll make a post about it when it's real. But it'll be something like it'll probably, it's got to be blue. It's got to be gam blue. Yeah, find me, Will, because I don't know what I'm doing, man. Like, I'm looking now. I see a whole bunch of names on here. Like, I just clicked the plus sign, and it's like following. Oh, God, I feel so old right now. I go to, like, the friend. Let me go to the friends bar. I see suggestions. I see your name. I see friends, followers, unfavorite, open chat, more, invite to party. Should I report you? I don't freaking know. I'm gonna try it again. Find friends. Mr. Pecan Man. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Will this just drink straight wild turkey? I gotta stay on brand, Will. I gotta stay on brand. Dominique says, Will, you got good taste. J-Cat says, so I've been sitting here too long with my legs up and now they're numb and hurt to move. I do that when I was reading Invincible. I think I sat on the toilet for about 18 hours that week just to read through all 3 volumes. Curtis says, as long as the drink is heavy as hell. It's probably not going to be that. You're making this way too serious a thing, Curtis. I'm not looking to make people alcoholics. I'm looking for like a light summer fun drink. You're looking like something to banish the world in the darkness. We gotta chill a little bit with that drink, Curtis. Dominique, stop mocking Asian people. I don't appreciate that emoji. The Chinese side of me is offended. We just finished AAPI month and you're throwing that down? Not cool. Will says, I'm gonna get out of here. Love the game. Thank you, Will. Thank you for all that you've done. Well, I really appreciate you. The swords are awesome. Please hit me up sometime. And for real, message me your address. And let me see if I can get you hooked up. Dominique says, you such an ass. Jay says, I laugh because I have a shaved eye. Ni hao, bitches. Dominique is not a racist. I joke, I kid. Dominique's a good person. He supports all the things. Will says, won the GAM. Just hit me on the GAM page itself. Actually, no, you can hit my profile. We're already friends on Facebook. I'm pretty sure. Judith, Dom, just say the word and we can pull up. Give him a... No! I don't want a hug from y'all. No hugs. Don't like affection. No.
Oh, hell no!
Where is it?
No, honestly, she's the worst. She's the worst person in the world.
Curtis says, might as well have some fun with the drink. I'm not going to drive anyways. So this is what I was referring to. You're not going to drive anyways, but remember, we're thinking of others, not ourselves. Remember that. That's a big part of what GAM is. So I ask of you, Curtis, to think of others. You're thinking of what you're going to do, but what are the other people going to do who would then claim the drink? The people who do drive to get there. I'm going to leave them with this heavy-ass drink. Get them messed up. Driving home with their kids in the back of the car. And then splash and crash. They're at the bottom of the St. Johns River. But Curtis is good. He walked home. Think about that. Again, plus I said I want to keep it on brand. And I want it to be light and fun. That's what GAM's about. I'm not looking for people to drink themselves into like an LA noir situation. Ugh! What are y'all talking about? Judith says. Dominique says, Judith, yes. Oh no. Judith, yes. All the hugs. And then Judith says, Dominique, I got your back. Ugh. I'm not liking the direction of this chat. It's too much solidarity. Too much for the culture right now. Too much opposing me. Disgusts me. I think it's gross. Makes my brain want to throw up against the back of my eyeballs and then blink and have like the gross puke stuff come out. Dominique says, Ryan, we are the best friends and I love you. Now you sound a little bit like Forrest Gump too. Forrest Gump. Wanna be. Finger wagging. Neck sliding. Person I don't like. That's right, I went there. Curtis says, I do agree. I do need to put other people first before mine and their safety. I'll take the light drink. Look at that, Curtis. There you go. There you go, Curtis. Thinking about other people. I applaud it. I applaud it. Do I have an applaud gif? I'll give you this instead. Judith. No. Ryan is trying to pretend he doesn't want hugs, but everyone knows it's his favorite thing.
That I don't like people playing on my phone.
This is what I'm gonna be doing after this call. Making my list. People that are gonna get it. Alright, I'm getting out of here. This stream went on friggin' forever. I gotta go to the gym. I'll probably have to poop at some point after all this poop talk. Taya looks like she's about to poop in this picture. Can I make this picture any bigger? It's at 320%. There we go. We can make this picture bigger. Hold on. You can make it bigger? No, it maxes out at 500%. Jake has go home, you are drunk. Yes. Yes. Bye, best friend. Make sure you are getting plenty of fiber. That's what exactly how Dominique sounds. Perfect impersonation for all of those wondering. You can sign up for Dominique for therapy at, I don't know what Dominique's therapy address thing is, but drop it in the links. If you got mental health issues and you got monies or insurance, talk to Dominique. If you don't, find help somewhere else. There's like free help. So get free help. In all seriousness, please do deal with mental health. There's plenty of outlets for you to get help. But I'm not one of them! So go to a professional. Later, Jay. Nice to meet you. There we go. Dominique, you can reach Dominique at fullconnectionscounseling.com. If she can put up with me, she can put up with you. I can't put up with any of y'all. So all y'all get off this channel. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Thanks. Bye-bye. Dang, Crystal's still here? Crystal! I gotta give Crystal a special animation for hanging it in so long. Crystal, this is for you.
Nothing can stop me!
Alright, good night. Be original, do good. And we'll do a wrestling stream tomorrow night featuring various people from our community doing things they would never naturally do. But I'm going to say they're doing them anyways. Bye-bye. Oh, Crystal says, I cooked dinner. Dang, you're so productive, Crystal. People could learn things from you. Learn from Crystal. Be productive. Get things done. Make contributions. Care about other people. Be like Crystal. Get help from Dominique. And subscribe to us on Patreon. Okay, bye.